It is something about a good vibe and a good beat. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to BMT. I'm your host, BMT, coming at you again with another live, another good one. I had to rest up. I had to get some stuff out of the way. I got my Coronas, I got my tea, and I also got my smokes, and I got my popcorn because, as you already know, this is going to be a good one right here. We are definitely here, y'all, and we're definitely going to be doing the content. If you want to support, if you really want to help out, I definitely want y'all to do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe. If you're not getting the notification, I need you to do me a favor real quick. Go down to the bell. Let me say that again. What I want y'all to do is this. For those of y'all that are coming on in, help me fight this. Go down to where you see the bell. There's a bell somewhere on these channels. But you will go to a bell and hit that bell. You already know people trying to throw me under the bus. Look at somebody already put a thumbs down. That's amazing. Somebody put a thumbs down. Now, if you would like to if you really want to have more control over on BMT, join. You can join BMT. It's what, $199? $199, and you literally have more say-so to actually do stuff. The Patreon users like JI, they are in a whole different playing field of stuff that they talk about and they can request. But the BMT members that are on that want to do YouTube, they have a different feel of stuff that they can go over to. You can ask JI. JI, do you feel like you get your bang for your buck as a member for the Patreon? Like you can actually say and do stuff that you really want to be seen?
Absolutely, man. It's more than worth it, man. Okay,
so, and like I said, JI is a man. So if he asks for stuff for manly content or stuff that he wants to see, it's out there. So I feel like, this is y'all time. Most content creators, they just put out whatever they want. But for you, I saw what happened to JI, and I was like, oh, man, JI, hit me up if you want me to do content on that one. And we could talk about that. But we're definitely here to talk about the midnight hour show, extravaganza. What is that called? Cuties. Now, JI, have you heard of Cuties? Have you heard of them before?
Yeah, man. I saw the trailer and I've been reading the comments. It's wild, man. It's really wild.
Okay. All right. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Some people are fine with it and they're for it. Some people are not for it. We just did WAP just about last week. We did WAP. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they might get a dancing deal with Cardi B and stuff, and Do you think that? Do you think? But I put it down that Netflix Cuties. Is this the new empowerment and
Yeah.
Epstein Legacy, or just dancing? Your thoughts, sir?
This to me, and I think I have a different take than a lot of people might, because I'm not just blanketly outraged, because this is where society is headed. I wouldn't watch the movie, I wouldn't support it, but I don't care that they're doing it. Because to me, whoever those children's parents are that are letting them be ejected like that, and it's not an American movie, it's shot, I don't know where it's shot, but
It's a French movie. Ji, it's not the parents. They
it
just
is
want
the parents. So let
they
me get
want
this
their
off.
children to be successful. Ji, why you always blaming the children?
Let me get this off, man, because it is the place. See, I'm for individual freedom, even if I don't necessarily agree. I believe to a certain extent, to a large extent, you should be able to do what you want. When I see that, I'm asking myself, where are the fathers that allowed their daughters to be pranced around like this? Where is the mother that allowed her? Because those are their kids. That means their parents had to take them to audition. Their parents had to take them to do whatever it was that they can't go by themselves. Their parents had to sign off on it. Their parents have to approve it. Their parents are getting the money on their behalf because they're kids. They can't do it. So I see children that were failed by their parents and are going to end up swallowed whole by this wicked system. And in Hollywood, whatever making the movies, we already know how they get down. But
Oh,
they're sacrificed by their parents.
now you blame. Now you say Hollywood.
It is
Hollywood.
it's the
We
parents.
know
It's
how
the
they get
parents'
down.
fault. Yeah, come on. We not even gonna play.
We
But yeah,
like I, Ji, like we
we not
already
even
know
gonna
where this
play.
is going. Listen, Hollywood, don't come after me. Ji is the one shooting fire at you. So,
They know what it is. They know how these people get in these roles. What's that girl? Some girl made a song about it. I don't know. Jessie Reyes, her name is. She made a song about that, about what they do. But man, we know what it is. But that's the parents' fault. They sacrifice their children for 5 minutes of fame or whatever. And honestly, it's sad for those children that they didn't have fathers and mothers that would rather keep their innocence than make a little money. But you got to put it on the parents. If the parents are letting it happen, whatever.
now, okay, y'all make sure when y'all coming on and listen, y'all. I'm the only one talking about this one right now. Shout out to the no, actually I lied. I am the second person. I have to be honest. Shout out to my guy Screen Learning. I don't know why he does not get the credit he deserves. Shout out to Screen Learning. Screen Learning beat me to it. I had to get it to that. When he did it, I said, I shut up. But sometimes I like it when different people from different objective opinions came in. And Screen Learning beat me to it. So I have to definitely give a shout out to him. Let me first off show his channel. I like to show my buddies' channels, especially Screen Learning. He catches me looking in there when he be in there. You know what I'm saying? I know there's stuff that some people are not going to want to talk about. But if you want some good hard content on some stuff that definitely is going on, literally, you need to go over to Parkland Media. Screen Learning heads over that. He literally just did one on an example of why we need paper abortion. You know, that's right up your alley, Ji. And as well as foreign exchange trading, he goes over a lot of different trading. He goes over stuff about worldly news. He's not just tethered to just one type of thing. But he actually goes over a whole slot of criminal reports, accountability. He's not about doggone, hey, I'm dumping money into the community. He's like, nah, man. My only job is to take care of my family. If you're not my immediate family, and if you acting up and you acting out of order as that, I could cut you off. He's cutthroat, man. That he can literally be Darth Vader, reincarnated. But this is cute.
BMT, I don't know if you're ready for trans ageism, which is gonna come
Shut up.
pretty soon, man.
That's another topic. So
no, I'm talking about that's how they're gonna slide this in. They're gonna be like, look,
no, they're
who
not.
are you to say an 11-year-old can't feel like she's 18 and can't have a mature? I'm telling, we're gonna go towards that, man.
We're gonna be going into the dark ages at that time.
Yep.
So this is pretty much about some young girls, some babies, Y'all please don't think BMT is the one looking at children.
I don't even know if you can show this BMT. They might try to flag it.
They might. How they gonna flag me? They didn't flag these people. Like, I don't listen. Listen, man. There's got to be something wrong when you got children doing all this.
Look
like,
now, BMT, you're a father. Would you ever let your daughter look like that?
How do you go to hell for this one?
Would you ever let your daughter? Would you take your daughter somewhere for her to be filmed like that ever?
No, I would not. I would not.
So you gotta blame the parents. The parents took them to do that.
So why
like
why girls are dressed like they're
prostitutes?
Stop calling them prostitutes, Jay.
I said they look like prostitutes. That's what they dress like.
So this is the title of Cuties.
Look at that. And notice the black girls. Notice that the black girls are in the most sexualized, dehumanizing positions. She's on her knees with her ass poking out, and she's twerking with her legs spread. The white girl is she's just standing there. And she's lower than them. People don't even understand the imagery and the symbolism of all this stuff.
Wow, Dale, you actually might have caught that, but she's up there, and she's down there, doing her little no. And God damn it, we just can't win. But now let's go ahead and click at that. Now we do know that they Netflix is slammed for sexualizing children in disgusting trailer for new movie. I'm about to call Cuties. Cuties, which shows young girls twerking in crop tops and hot pants. I did not do this, so I don't want y'all to say. No, y'all cannot blame BMT. Say BMT, you are looking at little girls. I'm like, hold up, bro. I'm only reporting on what comes my way. What just comes my way. I'm just reporting. There's a lot of stuff to go over, but literally, I'm gonna get this out. I knew J.I. was gonna come. He's a Patreon member, so that's why he's up here. So I let y'all know. Patreon members and BMT membership have direct access towards the panel. So I'm just letting y'all know benefits of becoming membership. Patreon members and BMT membership have access. I cannot stop them because they are paying the bills. That sounds fair. You pay the bills, kick up, put on your robe, daddy. You paying the bills, put on your slippers, mommy, and sit on up. So now what's going on in the French movie, which is due to be released on Netflix on September 9th, so it hasn't been released yet.
They might pull it, man, because all the dislikes is crazy.
We don't know. Hold on now. We got the story of an 11-year-old Senegalese Muslim girl who joins a dance group. Newcomer Fanthia Yosef, an actress in the lead role, is just 11 years old. Okay, so the girl is only 11 years old. Actually, wow, she's only 11 years old. The trailer and poster for Cuties shows Fanthia and her young co-star dancing provocatively in skimpy outfits. It has sparked fury online with many people slamming. I'm gonna say right now, I think the Muslim nation is gonna get this stuff destroyed. Like they're not about to have one of their own out there looking crazy as hell. But I could be wrong about that. With many people slamming Netflix for agreeing to broadcast the movie, despite the hypersexualized portrayal of children. I'm just giving y'all the bulletin. One person pointed out that the French poster for the movie is much more innocent, showing the girls shopping. Okay. While the U.S. version is very provocative. Another noted that even the blurb used on the Netflix site focuses more on the lead character's love of twerking rather than her complex family background. Dozens of people have demanded that the movie be pulled before it premieres. Cuties has been classified as NC-17, the strictest movie rating in the U.S., which bans anyone under the age 18 from. God dang, that's more stricter than porn.
Hey man, on Netflix, I mean on YouTube, it has 10,000 likes and 197,000 dislikes.
How
I
did
think
these
I
girls
think they're gonna
so
pull it.
high above porn? They're up there.
I think they're
Shout
gonna
out.
pull this movie.
Somehow these girls outdid WAP. Cardi B, you have competition. Congratulations. You have competition.
They
Literally.
started a petition. 18,000 people so far have signed it
Mm.
to get the movie pulled.
Listen, I'm not objective to anything. I'm just reading the Netflix quickly apologized for its inappropriate artwork and replaced the poster with a different image. However, the trailer remains the same. Okay, so all right, y'all. So I gave y'all the bulletins. This is it right here. Cuties. Netflix.
Look at the hold on, scroll up to the picture, BNC, because this
Okay.
one is a little bit. Oh, you got that big old 50%. I hate them ads, but when you just even look at this picture, you see these black girls. They're on the ground. They're lower than everybody else in the picture. They're the most sexualized out of all the races. The white girl she looks the most well, you for lack of a better word, wholesome out of the group. She's just standing there while the black girl's on her knees, ass out. She on her knees, legs wide. You can just see the symbolism, the imagery that they're subliminally giving to you right here, even amidst all these girls dressed like whores. The white girl is still the most virtuous and portrayed as such. And then after her is the Hispanic chick, and at the bottom of the totem pole is the black women.
Now,
And people don't even see it.
would you be okay with your daughter says, "Hey, Papa, like I can probably make it pretty big." And
Hell no. I would disown if I was with
how you so quick to disown a child for your child going out there would be on Netflix movie? You gonna
if
disown your child?
I was with like say I was with a woman and we split or whatever and we were doing a co-parenting thing and she tried to play the whole mom and dad, there's no way in hell I would allow my daughter to do anything even remotely close to that. I'm not gonna let her do any acting or anything like that, period. That stuff is not good for children. That's a whole nother conversation, the ills of Hollywood. But no, hell no. Hell no. And you gotta disown them because in this country, men's rights have been stripped to the point where
Most
you can't be very physically hands on,
on back on your
to a
picture.
certain point. So I would disown, but this is you got to draw lines in the sand. Like, look, if you do certain things, you are no longer considered my family, and this will be one of them.
That was brought to you by J.I. We all seen what Lawrence Fishburne did to his daughter when she did porn.
And
He
respect
just
to
said
him, cut her off.
he did cover. He definitely cut her off. Now, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and God damn it, what? I'm
But
gonna send out.
look at Raw B's comment. She said it's normal for sports, cheerleading, and dance.
Now, we're gonna have to go over that. I gotta also send out the link to Robbie, but she brought up a lot of good points that she felt were in.
So if it's normal, why is there all this outrage? Are people just upset because it's Netflix doing it, but they're okay with the other instances?
I want to say this: other cultures, I don't think are feeling this because this is other cultures are mixed into this now, and I got to bring up the dancing dolls. Those are black girls dancing. Now, Melissa likes watching that shit. I say, listen, you can watch that shit, but my daughters ain't watching that shit. All they look like they're doing is humping the ground and pounding and dancing, and a bunch of people twerking and squirting and wearing coochie cutters and shit. I was like, where's the art in this? Like,
It's
what art
women
is?
that promote that shit, BMT. It's women that will fight for it, man. I'm telling you. It's women that push it. I'm telling you, BMT. It's women that come up with excuses for it. It's women that promote it, man.
Mm. Like I'm just saying, it's easy to say until it's your child, and then everybody's looking at your child, and then after that, we are joined here by Robbie Privilege. Shout out to Robbie in the Butterfly Army. Um, so definitely We definitely do have it. I already knew J.I. the ass was going to, but luckily he has gone off to financial abortion. But I'm pretty sure this will probably be up there with financial abortion why he wouldn't leave the child or the women. But let me go ahead and get through this stuff. Let me just knock out the stuff before everybody starts talking
Okay.
about this. Let me go ahead and knock this out for y'all. Welcome, Robbie. Netflix condemned for sexualizing children with cuties. I'm like, yo, man, it's too close to Epstein and Pizzagate right now. Like we're still dealing with Pizzagate. I mean, you're going to pick the bad time to drop a movie. Like, so, and looking at that, Netflix accused of sexualizing 11-year-old girls in its promotion for film Cuties. The film titled Monogamies in France follows a young girl from a traditional Senegalese Muslim household. That's how I'm trying to figure out. How did they pull that off to get a Senegalese Muslim girl to do that? I'm so curious about that. How did they pull that off? Like, those are some strict
They
people.
might not be practicing Muslim. They might just found somebody that looks like it and then just got them to act. Yeah.
That might be where all the dislikes are coming from as well, from the Senegalese and from the Muslim community.
Because real Muslims don't play that. They don't play that stuff, man.
Somebody will be getting whipped with a stick and probably beat half to death. But they probably were trying to figure out who is that mother and that father at. Written by Mania Decour, what I can't say that French dude. It won the directing award in the dramatic world cinema category of Sundance films this year. Now I gotta let y'all know, Sundance is known for having some crazy stuff. I watched the Sundance films. Have y'all never seen the Sundance Film Festival? Woo! I've done seen City of God. I've done seen a lot of movies where kids be having sex, all kind of stuff. Listen, bro, they have no chill there. They have no chill in the Sundance film. But somehow that's all art. I don't know. I'm pretty sure somebody be jacking off in that damn film in that theater. An interview about the film, Decor told Cinetopia she came up with the concept after seeing the group of young girls around the age of 11 years old up on stage and dancing in a very sensual way while wearing very revealing clothing. She said she was shocked and wondered if they were aware of the image of sexual availability that they were projecting. So she put that out there. Okay. So a Netflix promotional poster for the film. Now this is interesting. This is the French one. This is the American one. French one, it got 3 stars, 70%. American one, I don't get how the hell we got that one, but I swear. Netflix promotional poster for the film. The children can be seen wearing shorts, crop tops, striking various dance poses, including kneeling on the floor and squatting. The French poster, by contrast, shows the group wearing less revealing clothes and showing shopping bags in the air. It's interesting to compare the French version to the Cuties poster to the American version. I really am seeing that y'all just see how bad it is over here in the US.
Exactly.
But
and
even on the left, she's wearing panties over her shorts.
Yeah,
no, the one on the end. The one next to the white girl. No, on the other side. Her, yeah.
That's a fanny pack. That's a fanny pack. That is not panties. That is a fanny pack.
Oh well, one of these pictures they got a picture of her. She has panties on over her things.
Okay, but this is
one of them
the
Google
thing.
Pictures.
Okay, and I hear you. But this is the thing with American culture. American culture is reactive because I can promise you, if Mignon was put out with their original poster, it would not be this backlash. Even in that trailer, that I could understand if people were upset because it seems like there's a black girl trying to assimilate to white culture, maybe because the mother smacked fire flames out that child, maybe because she had to clean her house and it seemed like she was trying to make some money for her family. But that kicks back to the conversation we had yesterday where people not wanting to sacrifice in the community to help other families that are struggling because it's
Wait, did
not
you
their
watch the trailer?
problem. I did watch the trailer,
Okay.
but
All
I
right, so
also am like
play the
a,
trailer soon
a
enough. But I'm just saying. So the question is this: I'm asking.
Maybe
I'm asking.
mornings.
How does it have so much negative backlash, not just U.S. but worldwide, about this movie?
because people are reactive. How can a movie have negative backlash just from a minute and 23 seconds of a trailer? With every movie they put out the most explosive, the most salacious portions of the movie in a trailer. There's not even any context. It could just be that those are moments where it may have seemed a certain type of way. Because even in the trailer, they only put about a good 6 seconds of them dancing. They gave more so of the story, but people don't pay attention. And again, I'm telling you, it's because of the poster. Now, as far as like cheerleading and dancing being over sexualized, I can see the point. But let's talk about the balance that it teaches a child. Let's talk about the coordination. And while we're mad at this movie, are we going to be mad at So You Think You Can Dance, American's Best Dance Crew, the Alvin Ailey Dance School, the little girl that danced in Missy Elliott's Get Your Freak On, that is now one of the most world renowned hip hop dancers? Are we going to get mad at Abby Lee Miller? Are we going to get mad at Dancing Dolls? Dance is amazing. It is amazing. And I am so upset that it is being bastardized in this way.
Hmm. Well, we're
All
gonna
right,
have to see.
BMT.
We
You
got to see
you
about all of that. I'm just doing the show. Another vote. I just found the trailer of the Cuties, and the blatant sexualization of young girls is disgusting. No one wants to see their child dressed and posed like this. Why is no one talking about this? That is true. We already know why no one is talking about this, because literally that would bring out a lot of stuff in the closet. Netflix synopsis, because Netflix has already started to apologize. Of the film has also drawn criticism before backlash. Before the backlash, the streaming giant summary said Amy 11 becomes fascinated with twerking dance crew. Okay, so she's joining a twerking dance crew. Hoping to join them, she starts to explore her femininity. Oh God, here we go. Defying her family's traditions. Okay. Oh man, this is going to get really good. So it's a girl who goes against her family traditions to explore her femininity to join a twerk crew. Okay. Um, it has now changed to the following: 11-year-old Amy starts to rebel against her conservative family. Oh man, conservative family traditions when she becomes fascinated with a free-spirited dance crew. In the statement to Metroflex, this it was not an accurate representation of the film, so the image and description has been updated. Now, I gotta let y'all know. Oh, it's at 20,000. A change.org petition has also been created, calling the film to be approved because it promotes child pornography. Wow. At the time of writing, it has 20,000 signatures. Man, this thing is blowing up
they're
really
up.
fast.
They were at 18,000. It's growing fast.
And this is
Now,
my thing. Like, it's not even promoting child pornography. You could say it's promoting inappropriate dance. I could get behind that. But child pornography, these children aren't naked. I mean, hell, this is the country that promoted toddlers and tiaras, where there were 2 and 3 year olds in bathing suits, two pieces, running around a stage and blowing kisses at the judges. You have got to be kidding me.
so the thing about it is, because we about to go to that side. You guys like the video, share the video. You guys already know. I understand that probably YouTube is like, hold up, you ain't gonna be talking about our movies like that. Um, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to do. But like I said, this literally the premise of the movie is that it has now been changed. 11-year-old Amy starts to rebel against conservative family traditions. So it's pretty much showing that, I guess, because it's the femininity or the feminine type of twerking, and this is the new age of women. is going to be going against the traditional family mindset. Wow, this is pretty deep.
Nah, that's not it. And I do think
How you
that
gonna
a
say that?
choice.
They literally wrote that in the. They wrote that in the summary.
No, it said defying her family's traditions. And I don't think exploring her femininity was defying her family traditions. I think because the Islamic faith is so, cover up from head to toe. It's so everything is bad, everything goes against God.
But there's nothing wrong
So
with that.
I didn't say that there was anything wrong with that. What I'm saying is any child at, what I'm saying, goes through that age, 11, 12 years old, where they start to define the traditions in their family. Oh, we eat together at dinner at 6 o'clock. Oh, I don't want to eat dinner with you guys. I want to go eat at Timmy's house. You tell your little girl she can't wear lip gloss. She's still sneaking lip gloss to the school, putting it on with her friends. It's not because she's exploring her femininity. She just wants to, you know what I'm saying, put something pretty on, whatever. Like, people use that word femininity as a grenade because it sparks such an instant emotional response. The problem is they shouldn't have said it was a twerk dance team, and they should not have
That's
associated
what it was.
twerking. They shouldn't have associated twerking with femininity either. That's crazy. But I also think it's an issue with the translation because everybody's calling the movie Cuties. Netflix also messed up with that. Why would they change this film's name? The film's name is Mignons. It's not Cuties.
Well, I mean, they're trying to be
Films are
cute.
named different things sometimes when they cross different languages.
No, they tried to translate it. And the point is, why are you trying to translate? You cannot translate a movie that you have to watch in subtitles. They should
Nobody.
have left the name alone. Putting Cuties on it, following Epstein and the Me Too movement, and then the juxtaposition between the races of the main characters, like it's set to cause an emotional reaction. They are playing on your fears. They are playing on your sensitivities right now. And y'all haven't even seen the movie. That's the thing that's
Yeah,
astonishing to me.
I know. I know. I ain't gonna be watching that shit.
Do you think there's anything wrong with? Because a lot of people are saying that is basically child porn. Do you think there's anything wrong with it or no, Robbie?
I don't
In
think
your
that there's
personal opinion.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with children being in dance competitions. No, I don't.
The thing about
All
it, we
right,
gotta
there
ask.
you go.
I got the thing about it. We would have to ask. Would y'all be fine having y'all, if y'all had children, to have y'all children go watch this on their own?
No,
Watch this movie.
no.
But that doesn't make it child pornography because you don't
Oh,
want your children to watch something on their own. I wouldn't
well,
want my children to watch Bad Boys for Life. Does that make it child pornography?
hold on. Bad Boys for Life ain't got nothing to do with kids and doggone pornography like that. Two grown
BMT,
black.
I told you it's women that push for this type of stuff ultimately though.
But what I'm telling you is the issues are conflated. This is not child pornography.
Okay.
I have counseled children that have been victims of child pornography and molestation. You know what I'm saying, know that demographic. This movie is not child pornography, but people
Okay.
like to throw words at things without understanding the meaning behind it. Like, come on, man, it's doing too much, and that's what humans nowadays do. They over embellish, they over exaggerate, they conflate things, they put layers on top of layers on top of layers instead of looking at the obviousness of the truth. And understand this, NC-17 is a very strict rating, but that is not mutually exclusive to a pornographic rating. NC-17 just means the subject matter is really strong and it will cause an emotional response. They also gave Sin City NC-17, and Sin City producers had to fight to get it rated R.
Now,
Uh-huh.
now this is the girl with the directors or producers of the movie. That's her. Wow, boy.
That's the 11-year-old girl?
Listen, boy, Hollywood growth will speed you up fast, man. Hollywood will speed you up real fast, boy. Macaulay Culkin don't trust him. We ain't learned nothing from Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin is messed up, man. They done got
A
they got
lot of
Home Alone.
people calling this, soft porn or whatever, child porn, whatever, whatever. This is why I said me personally, I don't care. I wouldn't be one of those people to tell them to pull the movie. I just wouldn't watch it. But I see that our society just in general is headed towards the garbage. It is what it is. This is only going to get worse. I don't support any of it. It's terrible. I already pointed out the imagery, all the stuff I said earlier. But that this is the way that it's said. It's only going to get worse from here. It's
Ji,
only
let
going
me
to get
ask you
worse.
a question.
I'm just saying, man. Like it's gonna be hard to tell you. I don't. All I'm asking is this:
It's only getting
it's
worse,
gonna
man.
be hard to set up a slumber party and tell my girls. They say I want to watch Cuties. I'm like, nah, y'all can go back to Frozen, man. Y'all can go back to Frozen. Go watch that white girl run around in the snow.
Hey, BMT,
Well,
man, you have to give me a wrench or something. They timing me out in the chat for no reason.
Go get your rent. Y'all, no
I,
controversy
I
down.
I'm on the panel and I haven't even said anything to anybody. I got timed out. Sister George timed me out. They said, what's really going on here?
Not my Georgie. Georgie, what's going on? What's going on? All right,
Let
go
me
ahead.
get a wrench or something. They be getting me for
well,
nothing.
I can't say that if I would or wouldn't let my children watch this movie. I would have to watch the movie first in order to say that. And I say that about all the movies that I let my kids watch. I watch them first. I analyze the subject matter. I analyze the plot points and the context. And if they would be able to understand it at their age level. And if I feel it's inappropriate for them, I don't let them watch. But Ji, let me ask you a question. Do
Uh-huh.
you enjoy cheerleaders on your favorite sporting teams?
No, don't.
Oh, you don't? So you don't watch women that are in videos dancing or any of that? If you don't, then that's cool. But anybody that is calling this movie child
Wait. Did you say me watching grown women is the same as what
I'm
these
making
children
a
doing?
point. I'm making a point, so I would request that you don't cut me off. Thank you. Anybody that enjoys cheerleaders, professional video dancers, ballet dancers, or what have you. All of those women and men that are dancers professionally have started their journey at 3 and 4 years old dancing. That is how you get into a professional stage. That is how you get onto Broadway and become a Rockette. That is how you become a Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. That is how you wind up dancing at the Alvin Ailey School. You cannot wait until you are 19 years old and all of a sudden decide to learn form and think your body is going to be that limber or flexible. It is
Okay.
life's work.
Well, there you go. Justification for it. There you go.
It's
Now,
not justification, it's facts.
So
now,
facts for it. There you go.
so we are joined here by my good buddy, Screen Learning. Welcome, Screen Learning.
Hey, what's going on?
Screen Learning. We are here. We have the movie Cuties. We just did with WAP just last week. Now we're on. God damn, boy, we riding that train now.
So unfortunately, well, hello to everybody on the panel. Hello to everybody in the chat. So one thing that we none of us have seen the actual movie. We can go off of what the critics have said about the movie, and they have verified it is an 11-year-old girl.
God dang it.
Who joins a twerking clique called Cuties. So when it comes to ballet dancers, when it comes to Dancing with the Stars, if it's adults dancing and they're doing the twerking stuff, it's because they're over the age of consent. The issue that a lot of people, including the critics, have with this movie is you're talking about an 11-year-old with other 11 and 12-year-olds doing twerking techniques. And then also the critics go on to say that it is an adult style dance troupe. So it's not like they are preparing for ballet or they're doing some type of dance. It is listed as adult style dance troupe. And there's also talk of there's up close shots of the girls' crotches. There's also a culture that steers impressionable young girls towards the hypersexualization of their bodies. And again, by including close-up crotch shots of pouting preteens. So when I used to be a sexual assault investigator, and not saying that this is porn, let's move away from calling it any of the buzzwords, but it's all about baby steps when it comes to programming people to be desensitized to suggestive language and having children sexualized. It's always baby steps, having them dress suggestively, having them dress like how adults normally dress, especially your exotic dancers. You see the dancing dolls. They've been programming us with this desensitization for decades. So we're behind the curve as far as trying to have our opinion against this, because it's basically the thought process should be, are you with this or are you against it? If you're with it and you come with different reasons why it's cute, they literally called it menons, which is French for the word cute, because it all goes into the programming. Oh, they look like the cheerleaders got little short skirts. It's okay because they look cute. Oh,
so you think
they
that
are.
cheerleading is okay?
Well, the concept of cheerleading for athletes is okay. It's not the cheerleading per se, it's the outfits that the issue would be. And so all the parents that allow their children to be cheerleaders in those outfits, they are just as complicit in the baby steps and programming, getting people desensitized to sexualizing young girls.
You know, cheerleaders do poses worse than that, right?
Yep.
You know that, right?
Yeah. Okay. Now I have to ask a question, because we're talking about cheerleaders. Now, before that stuff goes out, they have the coach, and they also have the school board that has to see the dance. Like they nowadays they send out the assistant principal or somebody to go see the routine. If it's not if it's too much, they have to go scrap that routine. That's why you see some of them, if they mess up and the routine too provocative, let's go team. That means that's all they can do for that night, because whatever they had set up, they can't do it no more, because literally they know there's somebody up in there. If you get too sexual in the stands with the girls, they do remove you from the stadium, because they're like, no, you ain't about to be doing that with the girls. So it's kind of like we're kind of knowing the age now where if you get too sexual, you know what I'm saying? Like the girls nowadays, they used to just wear skirts in their panties. Nowadays, if you look at the girl cheerleader outfits, you notice that they're wearing skirts and they're short under their skirts. So
They've been doing that for a while, the shorts under the skirts, but it's still the same thing.
People get too goddamn horny and shit, and damn, they damn well they want to see it at all. But I'm just saying, and we also shout out to my dog, my homie, Sister George. Congratulations as always. I will be congratulating her until she gets to that threshold. And shout out to Mr. Curlin if he's out there. But I definitely also wanted another woman's take, especially a black woman's take on this one. But I'm saying that I'm confused as black women. This is kind of like the forefront for y'all. Like y'all, I mean, this is kind of like the forefront. Like I get that we're talking about dancing, and I'm about to pass it off. But I mean, like I said, I've seen a lot of Sundance films, but I'm asking. But the thing about it is, would you let your son? And I'm asking George. I know she got a kid and she got some nieces and stuff. Would you feel comfortable? How do you feel about this right here? Little Manganoids or Cuties. Do you feel comfortable with them watching this? Is this empowerment for y'all for women, for young girls? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your feeling about this?
I actually think that it's been overly sexualized for a long, long time. And I mean like even when I was in school, when I was growing up. So just to give y'all a little bit of my background, I was born in Mississippi. I moved to New York City at 6 years old. I stayed there till I was about 13. I then moved back to Mississippi. When I moved back to Mississippi, I started to get into like extracurricular activities, and they had like the little drill teams at the junior high and the high schools, right?
Yeah.
So I remember being in the 10th grade and remembering wanting to be on the drill team until I seen the costume. The costumes were like leotards, but they had the ass cut. You ever seen French cut panties? I'm
Oh
pretty
yeah.
sure Raw B is familiar with a pair of French cut panties. And
Yes,
you know
yes.
how they'll have like half the ass cheeks out. Like it'll just basically it's not a thong, but it's bigger than a thong, smaller than a panty. And I remember seeing those the leotards cut like that, and I'm like, wow, these are little girls. And I was just shocked that they wore them out on the field and nobody had anything to say about it. Then with the drill team was so provocative. And I'm like, this is being pushed. And mind you, in Mississippi, Mississippi probably had one of the highest teenage pregnancy rates in the country,
Oh
but
yeah.
it was just amazing that it was pushed. The drill team, the junior high school girls danced just as raunchy as the high school girls. The high school girls danced just as raunchy as the college girls. So like the band and stuff down here, like Jackson State's band is really huge down here. But the girls dance really, really provocative, and I was really shocked that that was like the culture, and nobody had anything to say about it. Um, Games like football and football's real big in the South, especially in states that don't have a professional team. So everybody would be at the games. Little girls would be walking around, they twerking, they rolling, gyrating on the field, doing black flips with their legs going over their head and stuff. Nobody had anything to say about it. And I just remember I was like, damn, and I thought it was crazy at my age when I was young. So I think that it's just the over push of over sexualization of the kids. And then I think about the programming that I used to read about. So if you think about like MK Ultra, a lot of it is the programming. And that's what's being pushed to our kids, and our kids are literally being programmed in front of our faces, and nobody has anything to say about it, or it's not being fought against, and people know what they're doing.
But why I keep bringing up ballet is look at what ballerinas wear. Ballerinas dance almost naked.
That's true
So
too.
is the issue because ballet is just beautiful because the music, because that's what this really boils down to, the music. And as I shared with BMT earlier, they have Abby Lee Miller. Abby Lee Miller is a revered dance instructor. She has had children 4, 5, 6, 7 doing the same type of poses, but I guess it wasn't as sensationalized because they're not of color. Dancing Dolls is one of the most watched, most, celebrated
And
dance
they're based
companies.
down here.
Right.
Yeah.
Dancing Dolls is in Jackson.
Right. And I have, people that are on the Dancing Doll team and they dance. And,
Is Dancing Dolls the one with the porn star instructor?
oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
It is.
All
But
right.
as the
I
Windy
hate you,
City
Dale.
native had said, everything is pure to those whose hearts are pure, but nothing is pure to those who are corrupt because their mind and their consciousness are corrupted. And that's facts. Like dance is the fluid movement of the body to sound. When you want to sit there and criticize the outfits that are being worn by these children, in these platforms, then you also have to look at athletic wear. I have a sister that's a high jumper. She jumps in a bra and a boy short type of, you know what I'm saying? It's shorts, but it's really just panties. So that's acceptable because they're athletes.
You
When I
know what,
see
Listen, y'all.
people,
Robbie?
Listen,
I
y'all.
actually,
This is what it
I
really comes
really
down
agree
to.
with you on that.
Hold up. This is what it
I,
really comes down to.
Lord
You
have
got
mercy.
people. The dancing dolls is led by a porn star. People, you don't even have to try hard. That's why I said just let.
notice
This is
how,
where
notice
society
how,
is
notice
going
how you
towards.
jumped on the porn
This
star that
is
didn't
where
teach and
they're
dance and dolls,
going
but you
to.
ain't had nothing to say
God,
about the white woman,
they
Abby Lee
think
Miller.
that it's
Ain't that the woman
okay.
that ran?
First off, I don't
Isn't
even know who Abby Lee Miller is. Number one. Number
but
two, I said that all of it is bad.
J.I.
Number two, hold on. I said that all of it is bad already. But I told y'all it's women that push this. The dancing dolls are no better. Nobody was up here saying that they're better. They're led by porn star. Listen, y'all men, you understand because the women are gonna get men. You understand that it's a porn star leading these girls to twerk and dance, and y'all think that men are crazy for saying that is okay. Y'all got it.
Well,
It's crazy.
Ji, not only is the porn star leading, you have white women leading, you have gay men leading these people, you have all kind of men and people that are involved in these programs. So I definitely have to agree with Robbie. It's too much. The kids are just running around, being pushed around naked, and the
And
costume, not
why?
the costumes, the athletic wears getting shorter and tighter. The cheerleader skirts, the girls are wearing panties under the cheerleader skirts. When you go to a beach, everybody is practically naked. The bikinis are getting smaller. Um, it's a country that everybody's being overly sexualized. I definitely have to agree there. And I'm not just gonna point out the porn star. Um, she's not the only one, and she's on a big network that she didn't bring about herself. She didn't create Lifetime. Lifetime was there before she got there.
Now the question is, listen, y'all. I've tried to watch this damn cesspool of shit. I couldn't, like, you know what I'm saying? Melissa's like, you better not be getting horny over there. And I'm like, well, shit, like, you got damn women running around half naked. And I mean, listen, y'all, I'm not trying to say I'm a pervert, but shit, I don't know what kind of spiritual dance you need to be on. Like, there is no dudes in that audience. This is like some kind of crazy shit. Now, I get y'all talk about dancing school, and I would want to give you that. But what dance school is this? Like, this is like some kind of gotta step it up, some shit like that we don't know about. And I mean, listen, man, if my babies were out there on that damn basketball court, I'll be running out there with a belt and grabbing my children and have to be taking names. Like, they gonna have to just
BMT
take me
is
out.
the parent's fault. I told it's the parent that, which is why I don't get up in
You know,
arms about it because the parents sacrifice their children. A lot of times it's a lack of parenting, honestly. But if that's what they want to let their kids do, let them destroy their kid. Let them have it.
You know what was funny? I remember turning 18 and I remember when Hooters opened up down here, right? And my best friend, her mom allowed her to work at Hooters. My best friend was making like $35,000 a year at like 18 years old. So of course I wanted to work at Hooters. And my mom was like, hell no, you can't work at Hooters. And I'm like, but hell, I'm 18. She was like, I don't give a fuck how old you are. You can't work at Hooters. And I was like, why not? She was like, because it's basically like miniature strip clubbing. Like if you work at Hooters, you'll work at a strip club. If you work at a strip club as a waitress, you'll end up dancing. And she was just very, very careful about me being over sexualized. So
but
I get it.
Danny, was your mom reading the script of Players Club like with Diamond?
Yeah, she was like, "Oh hell no, not no daughter of mine. You ain't working in no damn Hooters. I don't care how much money they make."
Oh,
And I was mad because I'm like, my best friend was balling at 18. $35,000 for an 18-year-old. She was doing good. So
yeah,
I was
that's
like,
good
shit.
money. That's good money. Now, the thing about it is, this. Listen, man, I'm not against the dancing of the art. I like seeing dancing of the arts. I think it's pretty cool. Now, the Dancing Dolls has been out for a while. I think they're on their umpteenth season. These girls be doing the most. They are dancers. I just don't know. Other than art, like I'm sorry, but I've been hearing too many of the horror stories of when they get in the industry, their ass is tooting it up or bunking it up. Did
Um,
you open up? I mean, you doing the whole stick your tongue out, bunk your ass up. I've had plenty of journeys in the strip club. That's position 14. I know that position.
mm-mm.
I'm just saying when I'll shut up, yeah, shut up. We can talk about that on the Patreon. But I'm just saying, if the girls are coming out and they're going into colleges, I guess so. I am fine with that. Yeah, and shout out to Robbie. She said Southern University Dancing Dolls. So some of these girls are going off to college. They're going off to college. But I'm seeing that very few of them get the happy ending story. The female, once they find out about her pornography background, oh god, it went crazy.
She has the nastiest attitude.
Would
Like
you
she
let your
had,
child go there? Would you? I could see you going there, Jordan. You probably end up fighting that girl, that woman in the
she
park.
really has a horrible attitude. Like, she is horrible. Oh, witch.
She says she is empowering young women. Is this the empowerment that we are going for? And I mean, like I said, um, there's a lot
Well,
of battling, and yes, I do see a lot of. See, I'm saying she's getting the women. It doesn't show a very positive light. Now, I got to show the other video of the guess the Abbey School, but that's a professional dance school. This is not a professional dance school. This is just
Actually, it
Dance school
is.
because she's
She
black.
has a whole studio down here. It is a professional dance school.
what?
Professional dance school for her, but what she's teaching doesn't lead to anything outside of just basic entertainment. Like
Right. That's what I'm saying.
None of these dance schools lead. They may help the children to get to colleges and get dance scholarships because dance ultimately is a competition. Yes, yes, yes. I know people that have dancing scholarships.
Well, I'll put it like this: if you need a scholarship for dancing, then you know I don't just strip it and go straight to the strip club. Fuck the bullshit.
Well, it would be considered a dance scholarship or whatever. But now, let's not discount and say that these women or people don't work hard, because they do work. They do a lot of practicing, and they're up day and night. If you talk to anybody that was in a band, those girls have to stay in shape. They're running. They're exercising. They're dancing all day. I will say that they do a lot of work.
You feel like you missed out on a part of your life. Like,
yeah, but here's the thing though. That's just part of human nature to stay in shape. Nobody should have to force you to run and jog and eat well and all that other. Take care of yourself. That's basics of a healthy body and mind.
Well, that's true, but and to a certain degree, most people don't work out like those young ladies do work, like people in the band and stuff.
Yeah,
most people don't work out like that.
Well, like I said, just switch, just forget about the college and go straight to the strip club. Because the thing is that it's not like if it's not in your mind, your body's not going to force your mind to get stronger. It's the other way around. So if you have to try to go and audition. Like damn near like you're auditioning for a strip club at a college, then you know what is your parents failed you. I'm sorry.
But you know what's kind of I'm sorry.
BMT, I want you to show Abby Lee Miller, but I also shared a screen to show all of the scholarships that one can attain for dance.
But it's crazy that people in the chat are like, "What's a dance scholarship?" I'm like, have y'all never seen like a HBCU? I mean, or you can go to white schools and they have band scholarships, and you have girls that go to school and become cheerleaders. A lot of those are scholarships. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah, we gotten away from the point though.
Yeah, we deflected away from the point because the whole point of the stream is Netflix Cuties. See,
we're not deflecting from the point. The point is you're saying that there's no point to dance. And what I am showing you is there are several scholarship opportunities for people to get money for school, to get educations, to do whatever it is that they dream.
And who said there was no point to dance, though?
These are based off of athletics, and you know what? Those dance competitions lead children to these type of scholarships in impoverished neighborhoods. But because in your mind it's a sexual thing, you would demonize children trying to get to their dreams because you cannot handle their
I don't demonize children. It's their parents that failed them, number one. And
no,
number two, nobody said
women looking at children dancing as a sexual thing, as child pornography, are disgusting to me. Like, what is wrong with y'all that you could even look at a child and see sex?
That's the voice that's gonna rise up and be the reason that these girls can get younger and younger and be naked. They're gonna be like, how dare you sexualize these naked children? Just let them be naked. That's how this stuff slips in. Because of comments like that.
So then you don't want young girls to wear shorts when they're doing track and field. You don't want young girls to be in cheerleading. You don't want young girls to be on the swim team. You don't want young girls to be in ballet because they're damn near naked when they do those activities as well.
Different. You're purposely conflating points. You know those are different.
That's different. Why? Because they're still half naked. So if the issue is the nakedness of the bodies, if the issue is the poses and all of those things that I just named, those athletes, those dancers, those swimmers, those track and field stars still hit those same positions. Miss me with it.
I have a question for you.
Hold on. Wait. Let me get it back. I gotta bring it back. So here we are at Netflix Cuties, and I have yet seen a positive video for them. I have yet. If y'all want to make a positive video, please make a positive video. I will wait today. But one girl's grabbing her. There ain't nothing there to grab. All of them are wearing coochie cutters and shit, and sucking on lollipops and shit, and all kind of stuff, trying to look sexy. Now, I don't know what the hell's going on with the world. I feel like this is a sick Disney movie that has just not have been fun. Disney probably trying to see, well, let me see if Netflix can get away with it, and then I'm gonna try. If Netflix can get away with it, then I'm gonna do that. But God damn it, I don't know where this is going when nobody right now is feeling this movie. There has to be somebody. 11-year-old becomes fascinated with a twerking dance crew. This is what they say in Netflix, hoping to join them. She starts to explore her femininity, defies her family. That is in Netflix. Like, I did not put that out there. That is the 11-year-old girl. She has the nice little, y'all know, like, what is one of the things that they do in porn to the female? What do they try to make them do? Try to make them look young. They do. Put on the cute look. You know, they have to keep reminding us, hey, these girls are over consensual age. But they try to make them look young. I'm sorry. This is her. Got the
yikes. Yikes. I don't know. I do think that they try to over sexualize the children. I think that a lot of the activities are very over sexualized. Personally, I think everybody could stand to cover up, but it's just not the society that we live in. And I don't think that it's the little girls per se that's at fault, but there are adults that's sexualizing them. But I kind of feel like we're leaving the children kind of exposed when we kind of put them out there like that, because we're not teaching them every aspect of sexualization and seduction. And so right now we're teaching the little girls to be sex goddesses and to walk in their sexuality, as opposed to teaching them to do shit in their feminine core. And so I think that does a disservice to everybody.
I mean, the critics are saying that the film itself criticizes a culture that steers impressionable young girls toward the hypersexualization of their bodies and seems to want to provoke censure by including, quote, close-up crotch shots of pouting preteens. So the film is not empowering anything. It's promoting, in addition to criticizing, a culture that steers impressionable young girls towards the hypersexualization. And just I agree with Raw B when she said that there's a lot of girls who, without wearing those skimpy outfits and prancing around and doing activities, they won't be able to get opportunities. The same argument can be made for people who are in exotic dance and adult entertainment. We have to draw a line, and you're either for this stuff or against this stuff, because it's baby steps towards desensitization and grooming to where you're okay with the sexualization of an 11-year-old.
I have a question.
Hang on. I'm gonna just show you this right here. Likewise,
it look like they on the blade.
Now, likewise, these are the girls. Click right over one time. Boom. Boom. I don't know what femininity that they're exploring. God damn it! Like, shit. Somehow these are all street workers.
They about to make their $40.
Shut up, Jaya. But literally, boom. Now the little girl right here and the girls right here, but then they right here all wearing heels and shit. Listen, boy, my mama had caught my damn sister wearing heels at a certain age, boy. If you ain't going to church, you better not been caught wearing heels. I'm not sure if y'all grew up in a household like that, but wearing heels.
Let me go get my damn Hennessy so I can drink it straight from the bottom.
Like I said, George, you know, if you a young girl and your mama caught you in heels, she was saying you trying to be fast.
Hell, I got caught wearing makeup in the 5th grade. I called myself gonna put on some lipstick. I got the brake speed off my ass. Hell no.
You're trying to be too fast. You trying to be too fast, George.
Yeah.
I have a question for those who support the whole concept of this leading to a scholarship. Now, let's just say, what on an average year, how many hours do you think they spent like doing this stuff, like training and all that other stuff that goes into it? How many hours would you think they?
A dancer trains all the time. There is no off for a dancer.
Okay, well, how many hours per month or year do you think? just to guess.
Let's say 8 hours a day. Let's multiply 8 hours times 350. They took some days off. 2,800 hours a year.
Okay, now for those who want to apply for a scholarship, do you think that 1/10 of that time would be better served setting your mind up? You know what I mean? And I would think that you would have a better chance at a scholarship by just studying hard and keep focused and up to date as opposed to dancing.
But you know that in order to get most dance scholarships, you have to have a GPA of 3.0 or higher, right?
Yeah, but what's a 3.0?
And as a matter of fact, the girls on our drill teams down here had to have a 3.5 GPA.
Okay, but I'm gonna ask you, what's a 3.5 GPA in Brunsville, Mississippi?
What do you mean?
Yeah, but a 3.0 and a 4.0 is not the same everywhere you go.
A 3.0.
Basically like a B.
Like it can never be a serious conversation because it's different in different places because you're trying to minimize the point that you still have to get good grades no matter where you are. If you're
they had to so a 3.0 would be.
But that's what I'm trying to explain to you is that if you look at colleges, same thing. I mean, a 4.0 from Grambling is not the same as a 4.0 from Stanford.
Yeah, but so you would consider that from every school, a 4.0 from Morehouse wouldn't be the same as a 4.0 from Harvard. What do you think?
Okay,
what
so
about a 4.0 from DeVry?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So So your whole argument that they have to have a 3.0 or 4.0.
Yeah, but so okay, so if we're being serious, so if we're being serious, the same calculus is taught at every school, right? The same algebra is taught at every school, right? The same literature is taught at every school, right?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No.
He's saying
you have colleges that have better. You have colleges that have more accreditations and better accreditations, but the basic you have some colleges. Okay, so you have some lower tier colleges that the same credits wouldn't be applied, but you do have a group of colleges that say, okay, if you went from this college, if you went to this college, then your credit can transfer to this college.
Yeah,
you have schools like that.
I was saying in
all
general,
over the country.
I was saying in general about high school though, and junior high. That's my argument, not necessarily with the college.
No, he's saying because Mississippi is 47. He's saying Mississippi is 47 out of 50. That's why.
The standardized testing is generalized for the whole country, and you're still trying to minimize the point that a dancer must have minimum a 3.0 GPA in order to get a scholarship, and they would still be eligible for other scholarships. So that is just an added.
No, he's just saying that Mississippi is 47 out of 50 of the states.
Well, in my graduating class, I had one of the most successful graduating classes probably in the country. Quite a few of the people that I graduated with came out to be doctors, lawyers, teachers, and I had a very affluent class, and so I had a very smart class. So I mean, and we're doing good for people from Mississippi. I make damn near $80,000 a year. I do damn good for a person from Mississippi. So you can make me with that shit.
Now let me go ahead and throw this out. I got to get it back. Let me get it through.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
Sure.
this is the French director, the Mademoiselle. This is her. So that let me get that right. So just like the heroine of the acclaimed debut film Cuties. Why did it have to be a black one? God damn, I was hoping to be white or something. But Minma Decool knows what it feels like not to be taken seriously. Her portrait of an 11-year-old French girl and her friends coming of age. Caught between traditional immigrant families and hypersexualized pop culture, won the Best Director award at the Sundance Film Festival earlier in 2020. Now, I'm telling y'all, the reason why this is having issues because it's attacking the world family model.
No, you know what I found funny too? I wanted to say earlier.
How's it not?
When y'all said this movie was set to criticize the culture of over-sexualizing children, without seeing the movie, you guys are bashing it. But if the movie is meant to be a critique against the culture, then you should be celebrating it. When you are critiquing something, you have to overemphasize the points of contention that you have.
Okay. Well, okay. Now, here's the thing about it. Now, she is joining in the movie, from the director's point of view, she is joining a twerking team. Now, if my daughter were to say, Dad, I want to learn figure skating. Okay, sure. I get that. That can go to the Olympics. I have yet seen a goddamn twerk team at the Olympics yet. I don't know when the hell they'll get there, but I'm sure they'll get there someday.
But are you comfortable with the ice skating outfits?
It's an ice skating outfit. They're wearing
nothing.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's an ice skating outfit. How are we comparing the ice skating outfit to?
Ooh,
you're comparing the ice skating outfit of them speeding around on that to girls wearing heels, dressing like streetwalkers, doing poses in front of people.
So it's okay. So it's okay for a child to be almost naked because they're on some blades on the ice, but if they are dancing, it's a problem. I want you to Google ice skating outfits.
Right,
because you can see the same thing. It is for the ice skating outfit is for the aesthetic and the twirling effect. It is not for speed. Ice skaters can dance in much more appropriate clothing. Come on.
Okay, so I get you're defending the clothing, how do you defend the poses of the girl arch with her ass up, back,
Pull
bent
up
in,
Alvin Ailey. Pull up Alvin Ailey because y'all love Debbie Allen, and guess what? Miss Debbie Allen is a graduate of the Alvin Ailey Dance School. And if
Is
you have a
Debbie
problem
Allen
with
the
that,
porn
excuse me,
star?
I'm still speaking. I'm still speaking.
Is
If you
that the
have a
porn
problem
star?
with the poses that they do in the Alvin Ailey Dance School are much more provocative. And children start very young to get into the Alvin Ailey Dance School.
Now I
Is
got a
that the
question.
porn star?
Well, guys, before you go, I'm getting ready to go get my Hennessy straight from the bottle, and I gotta start cooking.
All
So
right.
you guys have a great night, and I will see y'all in these YouTube
George,
streets.
coming through. Thank you, George, for coming through. Now,
And
the
Jay,
thing
time me out again and somebody else chat. I'm gonna cuss your ass out. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
I
Said
now
that
the
and then
thing
dropped off.
now the thing about it, the thing about it is this. And I watched the trailer. The way how they got the money for those clothes was the main character girl, stole the money from her family, her impoverished family. She stole the money and used it to go buy clothes for her friends.
So she's a thief too.
So the thing about it is she wants to prove that she's going from her traditional atmosphere. Because see, the thing about it's literally a girl, she wants to break the traditional mode of her family and go into this. She wants to go into that.
Well, I tell you one thing.
And so America,
I
mean the
I
world.
bet you one motherfucking thing.
Huh?
You will never see Asians and you will never see Hispanics allow this shit to happen, whether it's real or not.
There's one right back there.
Gymnastics, as Carolyn Lowe said.
Wait.
What about gymnastics? We see all races in gymnastics, and they ain't wearing nothing, and they busting it wide open, splitting it wide open. There's close-ups of their crotches when they're in those positions. Come on, man. And the point that I'm making, and I want to be very clear, I'm not for sexualizing children at all. My point is this: don't sit there and wait until it is a little black starlet making a premiere performance in a movie and focus on the poses when you're not focused on the clothing or the poses of other athletes. Don't minimize dancing as an athletic field and just associate it to being a hoe, because that diminishes so many people that have bloody broken toes, that have sacrificed their diet, their exercise regime, people that have degrees, bachelor's, doctorates in fine art. You minimize a whole aspect, a whole cultural experience when you take something as beautiful and elegant and fluid as dance, no matter the music, no matter the genre, no matter the style, and associate it with sexuality. Y'all are bugging out.
I care the difference, because we have to look at who's at risk. Is it the average black teen or the average white black teen that's doing the twerking and probably is spending more time on it? They probably spend more time on it than they should, as opposed to learning how the real world works. Because not everybody ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's gonna make it.
When you watch African dance, right? I don't know if you guys are familiar with the channel Wow Africa. Traditional African dance, traditional Central American dance, Jamaican dance, Puerto Rican dance. It's very much moving of the hips.
But that's within their culture. That's what's in their culture, and they know how to decipher that. This is America. Obviously people don't know how to decipher that. Okay, let's be real.
The point.
Okay,
next thing, the Epstein. Epstein has been caught, and now that he's dead. All these children, all these athletes, all these people were being flown out by rich people, directors, movie stars, actresses, politicians, to certain locations for positions and having sex. Now, I asked about the Epstein legacy because literally this director right here is saying, hey, this is empowering females. Now, this is empowering females, And we already heard about the B2K and other young people, impressionably, who have stepped in that light and have gotten screwed over. Is this not Epstein's Philosopher's Stone legacy coming into fruition? I mean, we could say, well,
honestly, Joe, you know what? I've heard. Sorry to cut you off, but I don't want to hear nothing about Epstein until people want to talk about the church.
You're on the wrong show, man.
Okay? Because for all the bad that he's done, the church does 1,000 times worse, and they continue to do it. So talk about the church, because that is the cornerstone of this society. Is the church's morals, and they molest more children on a fucking daily basis than somebody like that fucking fool could do in his lifetime. So I don't even want to hear about it. Don't talk about it. Talk about the moral fiber of what's going on, because that's what we're discussing now. Okay. So we can talk about Epstein, but talk about the church if you're gonna talk about it.
Epstein right now. Are we talking about Epstein right now? Are we talking about Epstein? I'm glad you feel empowered about the church. You can join us again whenever we want to talk about all the reverends and all the people that do fucked up shit. But I can tell you right now, all the rich people, they go to Epstein to go get their rocks off. And so you have it right here where I said, is this Epstein in fruition? Because Macaulay Culkin and different other people have talked about this. Different other people, white and black, actors, actresses, the Olympic gymnastic team. See, I can bring up the gymnastic team. A lot of people have talked about this. So I'm pretty sure these 11-year-old girls, they're probably going to be encountering other people. I always seem to hear these stories after a few years later, and I have to sit down with screen learning investigation team, and they said, well, when I was 12 years old, I thought I was going to get on Disney Broadway, but I had to go touch this dude's pecker. Or this lady wanted to finger bang me in the bathroom. We always hear these stories. If I wanted to get put on, I had to give up something. This is the weight of the world. Multiple predatory people are in that world. I think the thing about it is the imagery that literally she said, that the director said, and I quote, shout out to Screen Learner for going through it. Let me make sure I pull that up about the director. She said, her portrait of an 11-year-old French girl, French coming of age between traditional, that means she's going against the traditional setting of her family, and hyper-sexualized pop culture. China banned hip-hop out of their culture because they know it was hyper-sexual. And they were not wanting to see their people or their children be on the floor being sexual.
But they do it in K-pop.
Smart move. They kept it localized.
But they do it in K-pop, and K-pop is kind of disgusting. Have you ever seen what them K-pop girls wear?
No, right. I don't watch K-pop. What is that?
Hang on now.
K-pop is not twerking.
Now, K-pop is just skinny little Asian girls in bandanas and mini skirts over makeup doing too much in highly sexualized positions. And this is the thing. You have a lot of people making a lot of commentary, but their scope of vision is narrow because you guys didn't even know that there are dance scholarships. Like, this is the type of things that kind of.
I knew about that.
I was very aware that there's dance scholarships. But I tell you what,
the issue isn't dance scholarships or dance period.
You prepare your kids.
Twerking, dancing.
I tell you what,
twerking is dancing. Is twerking not African dance set to hip hop music?
This is why the black community we're not going to get anywhere. The black community is not going to get anywhere.
What do you think that African dance is? Is African dance not twerking?
No. Depends on what part it's from. Not all Africa's the same. You got 1.5 billion people there. So don't start.
Bruh, I watch all type of different world dance, all type of different world music. From the aspect that I'm speaking to you about dance, it should be of, some type of discernment on your portion that I'm very, very well educated on the world of dance.
Okay, well, I have a question.
You know what? You know what, BMT? I love you, baby. Y'all are missing the whole point. This is about canceling out hip hop culture. This is about
You're missing
canceling
the
out
whole point.
femininity. This is about so much more, and it's dropped on the heels of the Epstein thing. So y'all are in your feelings. The world is in turmoil based on everything that's going on in our economies with our health and everything else. And y'all want to, again, without the movie even being debuted, without actually watching the movie, without understanding the plot or anything, just from a press release that has already been edited. Y'all are sitting there and y'all are having these ridiculous ass debates and then trying to reduce it down to, oh, well, it's the parents' fault and it's the black woman's fault because these little girls are
It
twerking.
is.
Y'all are ridiculous. All right. Well, y'all have a good night.
I tell you what,
And I will catch you in the next.
Now, I want to say
what you
this,
do.
Robbie. Do you remember, Robbie, when they walked Aaliyah on stage when she was 13 with R. Kelly? And it was during the Arsenio Hall show? And literally, we saw then, ahead of our time, the woman asked her, yo, what's the deal with you? Why are you always with him? Like, are y'all real? Are y'all together or something? Now, she asked the question and literally came out the next, what was it, like half that week later or 2 weeks later? Age ain't nothing but a number. So I think that some people are just seeing. I don't think people have anything wrong with dancing, but I think the thing about it is they're looking at it as a threat to the traditional home because the girl's saying that she's battling between her traditional beliefs and hypersexualized pop culture. So that means she's recognizing the hypersexualization that is within the pop culture industry. Won a Best Director award in the Sundance film. Yet even after her short manners, a semi-autobiography tale of growing up in a polygamous Senegalese family in Paris was garnered with awards. Some in French film establishment were jaw-droppingly condescending about the unapologetically glamorous 35-year-old. You made it out here, didn't you? Her producer was asked by one mover or shaker before being told very firmly that it was all her own work. I can't believe this girl made this film. She is so feminine. The sexist skeptic repeated. When Deshore won the Sundance, the Cuties, which has since snapped up by Netflix. She is known for having jaw-dropping stuff she is going to be putting in this film that is going to go against different cultures. It is not the fact that I have anything against it. I could care less. I just know I ain't gonna never watch this shit. But I can tell you right now that she has a chip on her shoulder why she made this. And that the people are ahead of the curve saying, yo, we're looking at the Aaliyah effect all over again because guess what? She is pushing against an Islamic or different migrant cultures in their belief. So they're like, just like China shut it down, she is now looking at being shut down by other cultures because it's like when they made what's that movie Gay Jesus in Mexico.
A movie called Gay Jesus?
Yeah, there was a movie called Gay Jesus. It was in Mexico. The Mexico country shut down the movie because of their belief in Jesus. But they're like, hold up, bro. You got us looking crazy.
That's what I'm telling you.
Mexico did that for Gay Jesus. Cultures do that when they feel like, yo, you are making a mockery of our imagery. So it is. I don't think it's so much just individual people. I think it's cultures of people that are feeling like, yo, man, like, this is not how we move. And I mean, I get it. She feels this way, and I'm like, hey, I wish her the best luck. But I'm saying that this is going to be opening some doors for some people. And once you open up Pandora's box, you cannot close Pandora's box. You just can't.
This is why I said it's gonna be the women that usher in this chaos and this destruction. Women are going to under a guise of all manner of foolishness. Okay, they're going to justify porn stars teaching your daughters how to dance sexually and provocatively. They're going to make excuses and use all kinds of what they call shaming language or whatever to try to convince you that water isn't wet. BMT put up there the pic of those girls next to the streetwalkers. You couldn't tell the difference, and they will try. You couldn't differentiate them from streetwalkers, and they will try to say things like, "Oh, there's no difference between them and other athletes and things like that." It's all madness, but they're gonna have it. It's gonna work because we're already sliding that way. But this is why civilization is breaking down and society is collapsing because of foolishness like this. Now I'm with BMT. I don't care. People gonna do what they want to do, whatever. I'm just not gonna watch it. But men, don't be deceived in your own homes. Don't think this foolishness is normal, and don't allow them to destroy your house thinking that is normal, because that's what's coming.
Yep. I mean, I totally agree, and I think that a lot of people just so optimistic and in denial at the same time. You know what I
I
mean?
think that
You
it's
know,
very.
this really doesn't lead to anything. There's nothing positive about this coming out. You know, people want to say, "Oh, well, a scholarship." This thing. If you spend all that time preparing
Don't say people,
yourself,
just say my name. I'm right here. Don't say people because I'm right here. I don't do the sub stuff. Like, let's be direct.
I didn't say anything to you.
Yeah, oh, people are going to say there's scholarships. That's what I've been saying all show
Yeah.
because there are scholarships. So that
Well,
comes across as a fact.
I tell you what, ma'am. I tell you what, ma'am. I tell you what, ma'am. You send your kid to a college on a dancing scholarship. I'll send my kid to college on RN scholarship. And I bet you what, at 22 years old, they'll be making $150,000 to $200,000 a year for the rest of their life, guaranteed.
Well,
No
I can
stress.
tell you,
No stress.
this.
No stress.
My sister, she actually has a bachelor's degree in fine art. My sister has dance, sang, act. My sister is a track athlete. My sister is an Olympian. And
But your sister's not everyone. Your
before she
sister's
was
not
20
everyone.
years old, she was already doing her thing. And she did get dance scholarships. So
Yeah.
and she did get athletic scholarships. And she does have major degrees for free. So
Yeah, but that doesn't represent the average. Let's be real.
nothing represents the
99% not
average.
gonna make it.
Nothing represents the average. Your NBA players that you like, they're not the average. They're select and few. But y'all still pump for your children to go play sports all the time, knowing they're gonna have injuries,
No,
knowing they're gonna have
those
mental
parents have failed their
illnesses.
children
Get
as
the fuck
well. Those parents
BMT,
failed their children as well.
You better tell them my kids don't play sports. My son doesn't play sports.
Yeah.
I'm not falling into that trap. Period. No.
Like I said, Netflix is known for pushing the mantle for stuff. Like I said, I'm just showing you Gay Jesus. Literally, it was banned. It was banned before. Like I said, me and Scream were telling y'all, when they have the certain people, just because they get played in one area, literally, that's why you have critics watch it first. So that way they'll know, hey, is this going to fly or is this going to die? And right now, they're trying to figure out, this got banned. Once that got banned, too many people came out that fast to ban this thing.
I'm gonna see y'all later, guys. Bye.
So it like I said, when you are dealing with cultures of people, they will the one or the few will not overvoice the many. And so this right here, when we're looking at that of the movie Cuties, I'm sorry, some men are not willing to see their doggone their daughters out there like this. That some women are definitely not. Some men and women that have some established families. Imagine if they did a movie with a bunch of 11-year-old little boys wearing coochie booty tops and little draws and stuff, dancing like this in front of a whole crowd. Do y'all think that movie would make it? Do y'all really think that movie would make it? If what had been boys or girls, it would have never be received because the world does not embrace this very well. They just don't. They just don't. Oh, I remember now what I was gonna pull up.
This is kind of the reason why you got to have a father and mother in a home, because someone may fall asleep at the wheel and the other person will catch it. So yeah, I don't know if everybody up here has children, but we're fathers, and as fathers, we see exactly what is being painted because we have the mind of men. No disrespect to anyone, but it's very difficult for someone who's not a man to not have a man's mind and be able to see exactly what this type of portrayal of this movie can lead to, because we're already dealing with stuff as it is with the dancing dolls and other things, which is fine. Dancing's fine, scholarships are fine, but the issue is not the dancing and the scholarships. It's the fact that we see this as baby steps. We see this as grooming. We see this as programming. We see it exactly for what it is, and we are holding the line, which we should. But this also kind of goes back to a lot of conversations that happens on the panels where the community, as people call it, is in the shape that it's in because a lot of men are not around to hold the line and look at things from a moral standpoint.
I want to show y'all. I'm not sure. Do you remember this controversy that happened, Screen, and some of you guys, where they had the little boy Desmond? His mom, she be tricking him out there, and she takes him to strip clubs, and he dances on the floor and gyrates and do all kinds of stuff, and they throw money on him. They throw money all over that boy, like he's some little prostitute, and that's him now. They got him out there wearing these little. Let me know when y'all ready to do that movie. Just let me know when that movie is coming. That literally, and that's illegal as hell. That literally, they have people. Oh, that's Ludacris video. That Ludacris wasn't there, so I don't want y'all saying Ludacris was there. But they had little Desmond. He goes out there. And he has it where grown men be kissing him in the mouth and stuff. They be doing that. Hold on now. He's dancing. He's dancing. But however, they have him out there around a bunch of people. He's 11-year-old. And he's dancing on the stripper poles for grown adults. Are y'all truly ready? You see them got the cameras out there and they taking pictures of him. Are y'all truly ready for that? Are y'all truly ready for that?
And the parents, so this is what's coming. It's going to be made mainstream. And the parents have failed them. That's what it comes down to. This is madness. Only thing you can do as a man is make sure your house isn't swallowed up by it. That's all you can do. When people always be hating on me in the comments talking about, oh, how could you cut off a child? How could you disown a child? They don't understand that there was a time, not even that long ago, where if you did certain things, you were disowned. Your family would disown you because what you did was unacceptable. That wasn't that long ago. But now today we're in this, oh, no matter what, you got to accept it. And that's a feminine mindset, number one, because there's no standards. I mean, it goes to the lack of understanding of why a man. I saw you post the poll, why a man gets his plate first. We don't have any order anymore. Order is attacked. It's attacked by women. Okay, mostly by women. And we don't have any order or any type of standards anymore. And if you try, to the point that if you try to say, oh yeah, a man eats first in his house, they think you're crazy, some type of monster for having order. That this is just the way of the world now. And you see where it's headed. It's sliding off into chaos.
Like I said, this is Desmond showing you. They got the little girls and they dancing. I think Desmond I can't tell where he's at in there anymore. He's probably somewhere in there.
I got to give pushback to Desmond. It's an old concept. That fool's been out there for the longest time, and we fell asleep at the wheel with that.
It was. We did let Desmond slide, man.
We did, because I saw this. We fell asleep at the wheel on that one. So, but
that it did happen.
It did happen. It did. So yeah, JI is right. You know, there's nothing we could do. It's better for us to control our own household and just control the TV, because Desmond was like not even the first. Remember when RuPaul came out there with a mini-me? The mini-me was a kid. So that was during the Austin Powers thing where Dr. Evil had mini-me. So we already passed the point of no return in the 80s. We're really the 90s, especially with Living Color. We had Jamie Foxx dressing up in drag. So, you know, we've already passed the point of no return. And I think we just need to throw out the idea of, is Netflix Cuties empowerment or not? And whoever defends it, we just have to hear what they have to say and make a choice and draw a line in the sand, because there's a lot of things I'm willing to accept and look the other way on, but sexualization of 11-year-olds or anyone under the age of consent, no thanks. Desmond, no thanks. He's pushing an agenda of ageism. Age ain't nothing but a number. They've been programming us for the longest time. It's just that we just have not really swatted the ball back because we didn't see it. We didn't see the pitch coming.
Now, I want you to understand, they be kissing and tonguing this boy in his mouth with random strangers, and no.
Stop lying, BMT. No, sir. BMT. Seriously, I don't want to see it. But I'm gonna take your word for it.
I've seen at gay pride events. Oh my God! Nobody believes me. Like, really?
Please don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. Just,
you know, I
believe you. Save it for Patreon if you're gonna bring it up.
We'll have to do that for Patreon. All I'm saying is that we saw this kind of Madonna shit happening, like I said with the Aaliyah thing. Cuties, Disney's just sitting there saying, just drinking their beer at their office, like, if this shit gets through, oh yes, make sure you get out them dark films that we've been waiting for a while. I'm telling y'all, I get y'all want to see that dancing.
Listen,
but there's just some levels. Once you open up Pandora's box, and shout out to Doug for the $5 super chat. Doug says, black women want black men protection, but we give preventive measures, it gets rejected. What's going on, Mano? And I agree, Doug. Like, listen, y'all. I know, see, the men, though we always don't agree, but we unifyingly agree that, yo, stop. But we don't want to hear the aftermath of the I told you so when I told you to put some damn clothes on to get in this house, but you want to be out there with your friends running them damn streets. Oh, yep. After a while, they start looking the same. You want to be out there in the streets, running them streets and being fresh. See, God forbid J.I. drive by in his pickup truck and catch his daughter out there doing all that shit. He already said, you ain't got no home. He probably might throw her clothes out in the trash bag.
No home to come to. Listen, I'm gonna get her set up with one of them, what they call it, boarding schools or military schools. She gone.
You ain't gonna do that shit. You gonna let her come right back. But this thing right here, screen, you were right. Now, the thing about it, I don't want to say, well, white people do it too. These people do it too. I don't want to say that because, see, that's a cop-out. It's a cop-out to me. Mm-hmm. Just because other people are doing it don't make it right. It's wrong straight across the board. And I'm sorry, but enough children in our community go up missing, raped, dead. We ain't doing too good to keep on making the same amount of mistakes, man. I mean, look, white girls are doing Teen Mom on MTV. Goddamn, black women were getting pregnant. It was Brenda had a baby. You getting thrown into the back of a car and sold off to a crack dealer. You didn't get the same result. I'm sorry. you didn't get the same result deal. So I want y'all to understand that right now, and Desmond is pushing ageism because he be damn tonguing down grown ass men. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, when we get to that level, I don't want to hear nothing when your 12 or 13-year-old son or daughter walk in the house with a 28-year-old or 40-year-old man, and they're like, "This is my future husband. We're getting married tomorrow. Either you showing up, daddy, or not. I don't give a fuck. You can't do nothing." You know.
You know, one of my biggest issues with like what we were discussing earlier was like, as far as leading to the scholarships and all this and all that. Now, there's nothing wrong necessarily with cheerleading. We could be more, less provocative or whatever. But I think the biggest issue is that in African American community as a whole, there's a lot of desire. There's very few people that have ambition, true ambition. Now, this cheerleading stuff, obviously, most girls start at a young age. They want to continue it, through adulthood. That's ambition. That it takes a lot to be ambitious about something and follow through for that long. And I think that it's not in moderation to what the real world needs. You know what I mean? Like,
BMT, stop it. Stop it.
That's going to be on Patreon.
Come on. Wait a minute. We already believed you. Stop
Wait
it.
a minute. Is that his dad or something? That's not a trained man. That can't be.
That man's wearing a skirt, dude. He's wearing a whole skirt.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
See, this is why I'm conservative right here.
It's going to be on Patreon. It's going to be on Patreon. Believe that. Oh, that's coming.
Oh, my God.
Y'all, I just can't say what I really want to say right now. But that
it's the lack of fathers in see, once men left the home, this chaos. America has dealt with black people wisely.
Now, but I want when Cuties 3 come out, I don't want to see your daughter out there now. I'm going to definitely bring on this panel.
Won't be mine. And I tell you what, she make it out there. She's not my daughter no more.
All right, you ain't gonna be like Lawrence Fishburne.
Yo, what's good, man?
Yeah, it's all about preventive measures, man.
Okay.
Like I said,
what's going on, Red Pill? We about to wrap it up. What's going on, man?
Man, I got a quick question for you, man, because I feel like personally, you one of the people that actually making this problem actually works. So with the Dwayne Wayne situation, you were actually supporting that. So it's actually like I told you before, it's the Trojan horse. Are you going to accept that? You're going to accept everything else that come with it. This was coming in from the back door, and I was telling y'all this from last year, and nobody was acting like this was going to be a problem. I seen this coming from a mile away. So now they're sexualizing all the kids, and you know what? This is going to come into fruition in a couple of years with Joe Biden coming to office. So I feel like if you're going to accept that, you got to accept this. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If kids feel like they can be gay, they should feel like they can.
That really blew past my mind, but we're gonna entertain that.
No, for real, man.
I'm
like
going
you
on mute.
Accept that, you got to accept this.
Going on mute.
All right, so you got with Dwayne Wade child being gay, that equated to a white woman taking her son to the strip club to go twerk for dollars.
Yes.
How? When did Dwayne Wade?
There's no man in the home.
Well, Dwayne Wade's child is not gay.
Not yet.
Dwayne Wade's child has mental issues because he thinks he's a woman.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like at least their
sexual desire is different.
To go to like counseling and different other stuff, we can exceed that. We see that stuff going on. Desmond's parents are just taking him to the strip club and throwing dollars on his goddamn coochie cutters and shit. How did you equate the two different algorithms of what's going on? One kid is kissing, tonguing down grown adults. Where do you see the other kid doing it? At least there. I mean, you don't even see the father of Desmond. Like you don't even see that dude. All you see is the mom. I don't even think the dude that's really even his dad. I think that's just some dude who just lives there, shacks there. So,
hold on. So that picture you just showed, where was that at? Was that like at a gay pride parade?
That was at a gay pride parade. Another one
So
was at.
Dwayne Wade's son was at a gay pride parade. Am I right?
Yeah, he
What is he
was.
doing there? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to accept that, you have to accept this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Okay, so okay, but I don't want to get off the topic. I want to know, what does the correspondence of Cuties, the Netflix special movie that is coming out, how did you bring Dwayne Wade into that? How did you bring Dwayne Wade?
You don't because Dwayne Wade's son has mental issues, bro. He thinks he's a woman.
These kids have mental issues too.
Okay,
All of
no,
them do.
Sexual desire is a different thing than mental issues, man. Like, you can love sex with a dog. You know what I mean? That's
Nah.
I'm just saying. But
I think we're getting away from the Cuties movie and the adults with the children.
The Cuties movie, I'll tell you one thing that's going to happen with that. Her and her family is going to have to answer to that synagogue community.
Yeah.
Okay. They're definitely going to have to answer to that. So we'll see. We'll see if she's smiling a year from now.
The way Wade don't got to answer to no broke people. He ain't got to answer to nobody. Y'all. You might be working for him. Damn, distributing his sneakers. These right here, she has to deal with. And the director said her out her own mouth. Let me go right back there. That I know I just went over. I ain't sure if you was paying attention. The director said, portrait of an 11-year-old French girl. Dwayne Wade's kid is not 11-year-old, but that's a French girl and her friends coming of age between traditional immigrant families and hypersexualized pop culture. The imagery literally of what's going on in this movie premise is an 11-year-old girl who is battling with her traditional family culture mindset of a conservative background and hypersexualizing and literally being out there, aka I want to be a streetwalker, might get raped. That could possibly happen. So, mind you, rape is very high over there. It is very high over there. I'm surprised that they were able to put it up. There's a little girl right here. There's little girls right there. These girls right here are dressed up almost like the girls right here. So, I don't know how you got the Dwayne Wade when literally these are grown women.
The only thing I'm saying is that there's a fundamental issue about both situations that are the same.
They have nothing to do. They have nothing. There's nothing. Dwayne Wade does not. Is not. His kid is not in Hollywood. His kid is literally probably he's better off in that damn gated community. These people, the people that are impoverishedly poor, that do whatever it takes to get a come up, like that girl, her hand is past her dress. Now in the military, if your hands go past your dress, that dress is too goddamn low. I'm not sure if y'all ever had a dress code in school, but if your hand go past your dress, you
fingertip length.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Exactly.
Dylan, bro, what's going on?
Hold on, let me just meet him up real quick. So, if your stuff went past your fingertip length, the principal and them would have snatched you up and put you right there in that damn principal office immediately. Yep. They're like, whoa. What were you thinking? You didn't feel no breeze going past your goddamn snatch? Like, we're here now. So, we're not gonna play the Special Olympics game of literally. We're looking at it right now. It's not about the gate. I'm not caring about the gates right now. I don't care about them. What I'm looking at is kids and the kids and how the world is perceiving it. It's right now 11-year-old girls twerking versus culture. That's literally what we're looking at. The reason why we bring up the Epstein, because literally Epstein, as well as what else is the other dude who just got Me Too, the bald fat dude who said he got COVID,
the porn star,
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah,
a lot of these dudes have been caught. A lot of these people have been caught, especially even in the hip hop industry, fucking kids. Shout out to a lot of them for they get caught fucking kids, and so best believe a lot of people gonna be making a come up. So I'm asking you, Red Pill Man, first of all, are you fine with the movie? Are you willing or open minded to at least watch the movie? Let me ask you that.
Not at all.
Why not?
Not at all.
Why not? There's no gay
I'm not
people.
going to support something that I disagree with. Just
Okay.
looking at that movie cover is a no. I can't support that.
Okay. Now, do you know about now? Do you have a problem with dancing, or you
I have
know?
a problem with over sexualizing kids.
Okay, you have a problem with oversexualization. Now, do you feel that literally that a lot of music and culture has gotten over sexualized?
It, that exactly why the Chinese banned that music from being played in their culture. They see exactly what's going on in our culture and they don't want that to happen to theirs. We cannot act like this is not a problem.
Okay. Now, one of the things about it is this, and I tell this to a lot of y'all. I don't think nobody here has a problem with dancing. I seen the movie. What's that movie with the white girl, and she was dancing with black people?
Save the Last Dance.
Day the Last Dance. She was doing ballet, but she was learning hip hop. Okay, let's use that.
She wasn't 11 though.
She wasn't okay. So that's one thing that we could put out there. Boom. She wasn't under a certain age. Number two, in Say the Last Dance, she wasn't twerking. She was not. She probably did a few moves, like do like a few like little poses and stuff. But for the most part, she was mixing ballet with hip hop dancing and some dance moves. So, and the dance school took her. But the thing about it was, she was trying to get into a culturally interpretive dance school for the added art. I went to go read it again. Now, in her doing that, she was like, "Yeah, I'm doing ballet, and I'm also learning some dance moves to help me learn." I agree with that, but again, y'all can't. I mean, trying to compare it to swimming and other. I've seen the other outfits. Like I know when I wore track, you wear a speedo, so that way you have less wind resistance. I wore the leotard in wrestling. Okay, I wore a lot of stuff. You aren't wearing no underwear under that in that uniform of wrestling. You just wearing your clothes, and then after that you just wearing your leotard, and that was it. That literally was pretty much your drawers, and that was it. So I don't think any of us were getting sexualized, but also we also understood that certain outfits for certain things, but nobody was trying to be sexual. These girls are trying to connect to their femininity. That now, what does femininity connect to? Sexuality. Sexuality. Your femininity connects to your sexuality. You're trying to be provocative. You're trying to be appealing. Who are you trying to be appealing to?
Before
Huh?
also before anybody answers that, I want to say, got an announcement. There's 15 people in the box and 4 people on the panel. $15 challenge, Cash App, BMT. Check your Cash App. You don't have to read the message out loud, but I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up.
Oh, thank you all for that. Thank you so much for that. I want to understand this, man, because my heart does go out towards y'all. I'm more worried about that young girl, the girls who did this movie. They come from a cultural background. They do. And what likewise was saying is they're going to have to deal with their cultures after this movie. Now, whatever happened, happened. As for the black community, when we did the dancing dolls, again, we let things get through. Now, the dancing dolls, I don't know what the hell y'all saw that was so amazing about the dancing dolls. Where's the hell the dancing dolls are at? No, I got that damn thing. Dancing. I got too many doggone open stuff. I gotta close it. The dancing dolls. I don't know what y'all saw that was so amazing about this. I don't know. It's pretty much teenage girls and young girls, and literally, I just don't know. as a father, a lot of men are just not ready, are not in that mindset to have their daughters out there like that.
Let me chime in on that while you got her up. How many other cultures, Asian or white or whatever, would let do you think they would make push a show to make it national and the known leader that's teaching their children is a porn star? How many of them do you think they do that for? It is blatant disrespect of black folks, and it's black women that defend this shit to the death. It is purely disrespectful. Do you know the image that creates? Do you know the message that sends? Yeah, we're gonna push this show. It's a popular show. You have a porn star training up these girls. So what does that tell you they're going to be?
Shut up, Dad. Leave them
Like
alone.
He being real.
nobody
He
of
being
any
real.
other race would allow this foolishness. This shit is crazy. But then you got black. I told you BMT is gonna be women. They're going to defend this and fight for it tooth and nail. Make all kinds of justifications for it.
All
Shit
I'm
is
saying,
crazy.
you got the women out there, the young women. You see the dudes right there, they watching. Oh yeah, I'm not. Hey. But you got the women out there, they wearing their little outfits, trying to live their best life, and you got the girls out there spreading their legs like eagle style. And I don't know what the hell y'all are saying. Like you got the little babies trying being cute, hands on the other girl's ass.
And you already know that someone's going to say that it's our fault because they're unprotected.
Listen, shit. Mine gets protected with a 12 gauge and a lot of ballistics, and I promise you.
If they wanted protection, they would have husbands. One thing people do, people get what they want. If they wanted protection, they would have a husband. They don't want it. They want to do whatever they want, be free. And this is the results. No
Now,
other culture or race has a porn star on national TV teaching their daughters, teaching their children, and pushing and promote. It's just disrespect across the board.
whoa, they I leave that out. Like just leave. Now,
Because that's the message. Everybody knows it.
now the question is this, and I would ask any women: would you be fine? Any women, if you have a husband or some type of man that has something going for himself, would he be fine with your daughter out there busting it down like it's hot, tongue out, wearing some kind of whatever shit that is, and literally getting humping the ground and shit in front of random people? If your man is fine with that, hey, I'm not stopping you.
I didn't even know that lady was even a porn star. Like, that's crazy, man. This is so crazy.
Yeah, man, she did form before she was doing all that. No other race would allow that. It's just pure
Yeah, nobody
disrespect,
else would allow this. Nobody else would.
insanity.
So, like I said, like I said, I understand. Listen, man, I'm not against dancing, but all I'm saying is that where this is going. Now, one of the girls we've seen go off to college, I believe it's one of them. I think the dark skinned one. She went off to college. She doesn't even know what the hell she want to do with her college career because all she's ever did was focus on dancing. So I do know that. I shout out to the person who sent me that information. One of them has gone off to college. They don't even know what you want to do. Dancing Dolls, excuse me, it is a name for a group of different types of girls. But when you got mothers dressed up like this, and I mean, god damn it, these are all older women, and they're dressed up like this. I don't know why they want to be out there, where they're out there twerking and doing some stuff. But I'm telling you right now, if my daughters were up there, I would have ripped them down and burnt them damn clothes. But I get this is the end. We here. We here. For some of y'all young brothers, this is one of y'all wives is out there right now. She's coming. I don't know what y'all gonna do. But JI, one of your wives is somewhere out there coming up. She's learning how to dance. for you?
Maybe one of my $40 prospects that I'm invest $40 in. Maybe one of them is out there. Not no wife.
Well,
Not at all.
DD40. I gotta get out of here, man. All I'm saying, so it's unacceptable to do bead jumps and other styles of dance, addressing bucking. No, Ruby, don't do that. Don't do that. Because literally, Ruby, you would not have your daughter out there being a little harlot. God damn it. What dance is that? What dance is that? I mean,
that's called impending child support.
She might be on the wrong channel right now.
all I'm saying,
The pro channel.
All I'm putting out is this. Switch the roles and put a heterosexual captain out there having girls doing this type of shit. You know your ass is going to jail. You know you're going to don't even ask no dumbass question if you going why we locking you up. You just know you know damn well ain't none of us on this panel will get away with having our having a bunch of girls dance like there is no way. There is no way. Y'all need to become performers in gymnastics worldwide in all styles for all cultures. Oh, Jesus Christ. Really?
Man, people love to pretend that water's not wet, that we just hating on dance and we just don't know nothing about sports and people are insane. But like I told you, it's gonna be the women that push this and drag this into being, and ironically, they're gonna be the ones that suffer the most from it. Because once it gets to once they're done, oh, it's gonna be bad out here. It's gonna be bad. I feel bad for those children, the fathers in their homes. They're gonna be messed up. But they just need to go ahead and legalize prostitution.
Shut up, Jay.
And go ahead and get out the way. That's where we at. They need to legalize prostitution. And give men financial abortion and stop playing. That's all they need to do. And stop playing, and they can have the rest.
Now, only thing I'm about to say now, only thing I want to put out there, Ruby, maybe you're just coming in, is that this is all spurring from this movie right here. That literally Netflix condemned for sexualizing children with cutie film promotion. It has been, like I said, 11-year-old girls and promotion for the French film Cuties. The film titled, is it Magnus, which also means cuties. That's the group name's group in French, following a young girl from a traditional Senegalese Muslim household who joins a dance group written and directed by a Manuel Dandouche. It won the Direct and Film Award. In an interview about the film, Durs told Cineropia she came up with the concept of seeing a group of young girls around the age 11. I wonder, did she see the dancing dolls? You think she saw the dancing dolls and that inspired her? I wonder, did she see them?
Could be. That show is very popular. It's a very popular show.
She probably could have saw the dancing dolls. And literally, she said young girls around age 11 going up on stage and dancing in a very sensual way while wearing very revealing clothes. She said she was shocked and wondered if they were aware of the image of sexual availability. Yeah, she probably saw dancing dolls. I'm pretty sure what happened was this. She saw, not Desmond. She probably saw, well, not him too. She saw, oh, God damn it. Well, y'all get what I'm saying. She saw these people. And she said, well, damn, this show's up. I had to get through so many people. She saw them and she was like, well, shit, America's paying for that? Oh, hell yeah. Listen, I got to get on that. Now, to be fair, I believe the porn industry is still the highest paid business out there. It is still in the billions, the porn industry. They ain't going nowhere. So you got to understand, you cannot change. You cannot change that. We are joined here by classic lady Ruby.
Oh, pick up.
So far, all the women they agree that the movie's not bad.
Women are going to justify it.
They are hush. That the women agreed that it's a good movie. That we should not touch it. Um, Ji he likes the movie also. And Ruby, you can watch it.
Not at all.
Ruby, welcome, my Nubian queen.
What movie are you talking about? I don't know what the movie is. So,
It's called kids making vapors and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to address actually the issue that you brought up, where it's like, oh, other cultures and other people wouldn't allow this, and it's like, this is. And this is why I said I'm like, y'all should become a little bit more informed on this one particular area, because I think it becomes problematic when we recognize a problem but we make it a black issue instead of recognizing when some things are either a greater society issue or a worldwide issue. And this is actually a case of
The
this being a
porn star?
worldwide.
I said they wouldn't allow the porn star to be teaching their children on national TV, known porn star or whatever. That's what I said wouldn't be allowed. I'm not talking about dancing. I said they would not
Okay,
allow a known porn star to be
okay,
up
fine.
here on national TV teaching their children and this be pushed and everybody knows she's a porn star and now they teaching their daughters. Nobody else would allow that. That's what I said.
Okay. Well, okay, cool. Well, again, I'm just addressing ultimately comes down to the dancing and the sexually provocative, because ultimately, unfortunately, a child doesn't move, and if it's in a particular way, even though they don't mean it sexually provocatively, that's what we see as far as the move. But this has been an issue. It's a global issue. People bring up constantly when it comes to gymnastics, jazz, acro, all of these different dance things, because that's when you start training kids at 2, 3, 4 years old to ultimately be able to do these things at 15 and 16. You don't just turn around and learn how to do it at 14. Now I can do a V jump. So because it's been such a global argument. What is it?
There's somebody in there.
Oh,
Go ahead.
maybe. Okay, there you go. Okay, that goes gone. But yeah, my issue was just to say, like, listen, we need to recognize that this is a global issue with the sexualization of young girls, very young, through things like dance and gymnastics. But at the same time, the reason why it persists often is because these are tickets out of nothingness. So, if you want to be something in gymnastics, if you want to be something in dance, you do have to start when you're very, very young, and you have to be training constantly. And to be honest with you, the unfortunate part of this as well is that for all that we'd say, well, no parent from other cultures would allow this. Well, if they allowed their kid into dance to begin with, actually, there's a whole lot of really depraved bullshit that parents have been exposing their children to via their trainers and coaches for decades upon decades upon decades. That's coming out, that has been trying to be fought. I mean, it's a really kind of insidious category, gymnastics and dance, right? But people want their kids to make it. People want, either they're living through their kids as far as the dreams, maybe they're in poverty and some random trainer saw their kid say, I'll make your kid a star. And in other countries, like say Russia, for example, like when they decide to pick your kid out of obscurity, that's it. Like, that kid is no longer a financial burden for you, right? They feed your kid, they train your kid, they school your kid, everything. They take care of that. Same thing with some Asian countries, right? So it becomes this thing that's self-perpetuating, where the more money that a particular country puts into something like the artistic dance or gymnastics or whatever, the more they're willing to turn a blind eye. Like, Team America for gymnastics had put so much money into gymnastics, they had shifted that concern. So when all of these allegations of sexual abuse started coming from the doctor, Did they even fire the doctor? No, they refused to even acknowledge it existed, and as a result, put countless young girls into harm's way and had these children, just kept sending them there. Why? Because they were winning. Why? Because it was making them money and putting them on the map in this area. It's ridiculous and it's disgusting. But my point is not that it's okay. Rather that sometimes we need to recognize when an issue is bigger than our community in order for us to be able to actually fix it.
You're taking it out of context again. What I said. Nobody said that. We said that a porn star. Nobody would let a porn star be on TV teaching their daughters and mentoring their daughters.
I'm not sure why
you said it
I
was again.
No,
you
actually,
said that to think this is not a problem in other cultures. Nobody said anything about that. We were talking about the porn star thing.
Well, actually, no, I wasn't just addressing your one comment. I was addressing the overall conversation, the pictures that BMT kept showing, the things that not just you were saying overall. So when you show, for example, the dancing dolls and then all the imagery, and it's like, come on, oh, Black women, we're just going to justify this, so on and so forth, talking about the twerking. I'm addressing the overall conversation, not just what you had to say. And I'm not going to address what you're saying out of context. I'm talking about the overall context of the conversation, which is that this is something that we allow and actually encourage in our young Black girls. And this is something that, like, this is abnormal. But the sad thing is that it's actually incredibly over normalized for girls in general. And so that then becomes the problem we should be addressing, not just, well, in our community, why are we so dysfunctional, but rather, how do we fight against a dysfunction that's not just about our community?
No, we need to be focused on our community. That's where we go left, focusing on other stuff. That's nothing to do with us.
So what I went to go dig up was this is the girl. Don't she look cute? Really? You know what I'm saying? And this is the picture. The original picture.
They blurred it.
Netflix is that's the picture right there. Netflix. They're trying to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to clean it up. For this one. Damn, what's that? It just really they're just really trying hard to sell it. Now, what they went off to go do was I got so many tabs. I need to close up all these tabs. So Netflix is saying that they're apologizing. They didn't mean for it to go that way, especially with the way it's going. What we're dealing right now, and I was showing people that, yes, they did go over the dancing dolls, a lot of stuff. The director, she says one of her influences was, I guess, this group, these groups of children, dip, twerk, and bust it down. And yes, there are different cultures of how this is, how this can be received. But I guess with some cultures, everybody's not ready to see their children like this. I mean, some people are fine with it, and we see what that's turning out. We see how that's going for a lot of people. I have to ask the question, aside from the dancing. Now, we brought up the Epstein thing. We brought that up about the Epstein issue. Okay, I got a better image right here. Aside from Epstein, you've heard of Epstein, correct? I said this is just too close. I just say she couldn't have picked the worst time to drop this. You understand me? Like, she just picked a really bad time, especially with Pizzagate coming out, all this stuff going on. Netflix is saying for sexualizing children and disgusting trailer for new movie Cuties. I can't show it. I'm telling you right now, Netflix will shut you down. They are connected to YouTube. They will shut you down quick. Which shows young girls twerking in crop tops and hot pants. It was a French
just
movie.
Like Dance
Shout
Moms?
out to City of
Like just like Dance Moms that went on for how many seasons? 7, 8, 9. Like, like, why are we acting like this is a new phenomenon? Or what about the baby cheerleaders?
That was Dance Mom. They were moms.
No, and they showed the children constantly practicing and dancing. Literally, in fact, they did cabaret. They did a bunch of different themes that even the parents objected to having Abby put their kids in, but no one pulled their kids out because Abby's the best, and they wanted their kids to win and have that on their dance resume. Or again, baby cheerleaders, where they have the kids, like the grade school kids, cheerleading. Again, in the exact same type of outfits. Like, why are people, and this is my issue, why are people pretending like this hasn't been an ongoing thing on TV since at least I was a child? Because I remember watching the cheerleading shows when I was a child. I remember watching Dance Mom for the last like 10 years, and they continually have this. This is a normal thing. This is very normalized because it's dance. It's the world of dance, and you can't get away from it. And that's the problem. Like, if when dance teams or cheerleading teams, when all these teams are judged, right? If you don't put that sassy flair in, if you walked around and marched, straight, like basically like boys and whatever, you would lose. And that's the problem. The problem comes down to the judgment of gymnastics, of dance competitions, of whatever, and what is actually being marked as not just fine, it's okay, I guess we'll overlook it, but rather, if you don't have this, you're going to lose. Right. And it should be the opposite way, where, well, this isn't age appropriate, so you're going to get docked big marks, because you know what? We shouldn't be teaching 7-year-olds, 9-year-olds how to dance this way and blah, blah, blah. And sure, fine, they've got to be able to stretch like that privately inside of the studio, but they don't need to dance publicly like that until they've hit this age or whatever. But that's not where the standard goes. So what happens? Then everyone wants their kids to win. You don't pay and dedicate all of that time and take your kids out of school and have them have private tutors and whatever, all to be the world's greatest dancer. You don't pay all of that money for your kids to lose, right? No one does. And so, well, if you want to win, this is what you've got to do. And that's why I'm saying sometimes we have to recognize when the problem isn't coming internally from us, it's coming from externally and then being exerted on us.
It's coming internally. It's the parents' fault.
Now, hold on. Now we have right here Miss Abby Lee Miller.
Exactly.
Okay, now we're gonna show her. God damn, why I keep showing the streetwalkers? I gotta get these streetwalkers out of here. God damn, J.I., get your goddamn women out of here, man. I ain't got time for your damn streetwalkers. Okay, we're gonna show them, and we're gonna show the dancing dolls.
Those streetwalkers are doing the Lord's work.
There they are. Now we have dancing dolls. Now, all right, so let's make sure we do the comparison. We have dancing. We have her with the girls. They're wearing their dresses and stuff. All that.
The fat white bitch? Is that Abby? Is that Abby?
That's Abby.
They're wearing their dresses.
Did she used to be a dancer or something? Like, did she used to be like a world-renowned dancer or something?
No. She wasn't. She wasn't world-renowned. So I'll explain. So her mom was actually world-renowned, but eventually opened up a school. And so while she was an okay dancer, she was never an excellent dancer, but she was really good at teaching. So she took after her mom and taught, basically. And so when her mom then retired, then she started her own studio. Actually, no, I think she started her own studio before her mom retired. But ultimately, she was never gonna. She's those who can't teach. She's one of those people, and she's been around forever.
She's got like the Harvard of dancing.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah, now, and it's true. She's very, very good at technique, and her kids win.
Now we're gonna show.
But do they win at life?
Well, I would say I would argue yes. Honestly, I would argue yes. You know what? Some of them don't, but the top of the top, the creme de la creme of her little classes, yeah, they're actually making it, right? So if your goal in life was to make it through dance, you love dance, you want to do dance as a job, yeah, going through Abby Lee Miller was a really great way to go, which is why people vied to get their kids inside that school.
Now hold on. Now we're going to look at, this is Abby Lee Miller School, Dancing Dolls.
No, that's not Abby Lee Miller School. You're showing. Hold on.
This is Dancing Dolls. Now I'm just showing you the picture of what they take. Dancing Dolls.
Mm-hmm.
Abby Lee Miller.
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. No. That's not even the advertisement for the show. That's a random like when you go to an award show or whatever, and they took a picture of the girls at an award show. That's not even the ad for the show. So you're not even comparing head to head. You have to compare a head-to-head shot of advertisement for dancing dolls, advertisement for dance moms, because the advertisement for dance moms is the girls all in different positions, just like actually a little bit more posed than the girls that were standing there, but yeah, all in different positions, showing off their flexibility and their technique and whatever. It always has been. I know this because yes, I've watched Dancing Dolls since season 1, up until when Abby went to jail. So I trust me.
Jail? She went to jail?
The fat white bitch went to jail?
Yeah, she went to jail. Basically for tax evasion. It was like a whole thing. And then she ended up, I guess she probably would have went to jail for a lot longer than she ended up going. But like she went for I think 18 months or something. It wasn't that long. But in the meantime, all of the kids got a little bit older, finally broke themselves free of her very, very toxic ways and decided not to go back. And so now she started a whole new school and has a whole new class of kids and a whole new show with them. So even though they watched Abby Lee Miller abuse and demoralize and break down children for years.
Parents' fault.
Right? Then they still wanted to get their kids in there. Why? Because at the end of the day, their kid wants to be a dancer. It's their dream for their kid to be a dancer, and Abby Lee Miller makes stars. So at the end of the day, though, hold on. At the end of the day, the reason why Abby Lee Miller makes stars, makes winners, is because unlike other studios that focus on, I just want to do something fun or original or whatever with my dance, all she focuses on is what scores points with judges. Every routine that she does is all about getting the kids to do everything that scores the most points and doing it flawlessly. That's it. And so my point still comes down to, which is the point here, right, is sure, the parents can choose to put their kids in dance or not or whatever, but ultimately, if the standard for what children are doing in dance, in gymnastics, and all these things took away and said, no, you're wrong for sexualizing the kids, instead of actually saying, yes, you're right for doing this, you're right for doing that move, yes, you get extra points for being able to do this move at that age, right, then people wouldn't do it. They're doing it so they can win. Why? Because kids need to win. Why? Because that's how they get their scholarships. Because yes, they're getting scholarships for winning. Right? Yeah, it's just not just like for fun. This is if it's competitive dance, which is where you're trying to get.
You know what? Scholarships for life. Then Abby, Ruby, then your parents are stupid as fuck. Your parents are fucking stupid.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Stupid. You mean to tell me you're gonna base your child's the foundation of your child's ambition on fucking dancing in this fucking world?
Well, I'm guessing you're not much of a dancer.
Well, yeah, but this is real world, Ruby.
It is the real world, and in the real world, dancers can be incredibly wealthy for the rest of their lives.
90% of these girls, if they want to continue after college, if they not college, but after age 18, are going to end up in strip clubs.
Right, and most call centers are full of people who have master's level degrees. So let's not pretend right now that somehow or another having one ambition currently is so much better than another, because currently right now, as the market stands, one way or the other, only the top of the top are actually making it and becoming these wild successes, and everyone else is getting shafted. That is the risk everyone is taking.
Ruby, people are basing their child's ambition on something fucking stupid.
On talent?
This is gonna be their only drive in life.
Like talent? So are people?
This is not talent. It's skill. Big difference.
And you need both.
Because it's not skill. It's not skill until you're making money with it. Everybody's got some type of fucking talent.
Okay, well, I would say that
we know the most talented people in this world don't make it. It's people that have a skill.
Well, it's actually both. You need both, but ultimately it comes down to, if they're stupid, then anyone who pushes their kids who show a natural ability / talent towards something in a sport If they're stupid, then they're stupid. That's your personal opinion. No one should do anything physical. However,
well, if that's the case, then you know what? Then the black community better stop bitching about every motherfucking thing then. Because if you're telling me all you gotta do up there is go dance and everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, that's totally rationally exactly what I said.
Now the question. let me get it back. Let me bring it back into this.
Who is this? Dancing Dolls?
Yes, we're back to the Dancing Dolls now.
Okay.
And I'm looking at a lot of stuff, but a lot of these girls, they're out here dancing, and they want to be the best that they can be. You know, she has her little angels, you know, and she, you know, they're having a good time. You know, they take their cute pictures and all that stuff. So this is how they take their pictures, and we're gonna go back to Miss Abby Lee.
Damn, all that fake hair.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like there's so much emphasis being put on all this bullshit, bro.
Can we point out though that Abby Lee dancers are like 6 and more skimpy clothes than what the teenagers were wearing?
Leave them out of this.
No, you know why I'm not gonna, because it's just illustrating the point, and the point simply again comes down to that, like any talent and skill, right? That's physical in nature. When it's boys just need to be able to show their raw talent, the fact that they can do it, the fact that they can do it efficiently, the fact that they can do it with the cleanest precision and skill and whatever. But, you know, and we're okay with saying, well, women got to show a little sexy too, fine, when they're older. But the unfortunate part is that expectation just goes down to female, period. So unfortunately, even when you have boys and girls in the exact same category, so whether it's gymnastics, look at what boys are expected to do versus girls in gymnastics. Look at what boys are scored, how boys are scored versus girls in gymnastics, in dance, in any of these categories. The unfortunate part, again, comes down to the boys want to win too, right? Because that's how they get their scholarships. That's how they get their recognition. That's how they get their jobs. That's how they're going to, you know, get their financial security, right? So they want to win, but they don't have to be sexual to do it at 11 years old. And that's, again, where the problem comes down to is there's this societal issue, this global issue, really, that comes down to they do not care how old this girl is, whether she is 7 or 17 or 37, right? She's got to look sexy and move sexy and do this type of thing, and that's really like fucked up. We have to be able to shift that, because otherwise, if that's your raw natural talent and ability, right, you're really good, you got a good shot at making it. Like Maddie had a really good shot at making it. She fucking did. Okay, good for her. But the problem is, again, you don't learn how to do certain things. If you can't move a certain way, it doesn't matter how much better you are than everyone else, you're not going to win. And winners don't get hired, or losers don't get hired, sorry.
So are we going to watch the movie on September 9th when it comes on Netflix?
I won't be.
Because
Project Caro was good, though.
Based off of everything that's been laid out on this live stream, the premise, the feedback, the critiques of Netflix's Cuties, it sounds like there is a solid I'll just say support for Netflix Cuties being new empowerment and Epstein Legacy, and it's also dancing.
It's dancing. Yeah, it's dancing. All right.
BMT,
it is dancing. It's not empowerment.
Scroll up a
it's
little.
It's not empowerment
BMT,
at all.
I thought that the white girl, I thought it was a trans boy when I first saw it.
No.
Like if you look at the face, I thought it was trans. I'm not gonna lie. I said, uh-oh.
Like I said,
just Lord, to me in that picture, she looked trans.
Now, like I said, Lord have mercy, y'all. Be ready. I will try.
And you know what's going to happen with this also? This is going to be an argument from other races. You see, don't follow the black girl. You see what she's trying to make you do?
Damn it. We're going to have a conversation about this. I will watch the movie because this is my due diligence.
I will send you other things to watch. I'm going to send you other things to watch, BMT, because I'm actually being really serious here, because it's actually...
No. We need BMT and a woman to watch this movie and then come back and have the conversation.
I will watch the movie also, but I think that you need to watch some other things. I think you need to watch some other things as well to understand the perspective I'm coming from. Because this happens to be an area that, because I'm really busy. The only reason why I came in is because this actually happens to be an area that I give a shit about outside of whatever discussions happening socially now. It's something I've been following for a long time. So it is a really massive issue, and it comes down to it should and could be fixed. And I think that, again, it's just like anybody, all of the things that people do to be able to get their shot, to get a scholarship to college, to be able to get a scholarship to special things that are going to be able to get them somewhere in life, right? We want our kids to be able to have those opportunities, right? Both our young boys and our young girls, we want them to be able to earn $5,000, $10,000 towards college and whatnot for, again, special skills that they have, right? That's why we allowed these young boys to damn near kill themselves in high school, pushing with football and basketball, all for their shot to get a college scholarship. Not because we think they're going to be the one in a million to get into the NBA, but because they get free school, right? So like, it's the same thing as like the whole concussion thing and whatever, right? They shouldn't be risking literally brain damage in order for them to be able to get their shot. Just they're you know what I mean? Like,
parents have failed the children. That's what it is. You need to be like tiger moms, make your kids study and be academically capable, and go that route.
That's my whole point.
Because everyone's exactly the same.
Now, only thing I want to say.
But hold on, Ruby, with that argument. Hold on, Ruby, with that argument, you keep saying that these kids are going to end up in college. Okay, not everybody's able to go. Not everybody's smart enough to go to college. Just like you saying, not everybody's equal. Let's be real.
Lord,
let's be real. Most of these girls
that's
are going to
actually exactly what I'm saying. You're right.
Most of these girls are going to end up lazy. Like, they're never going to live up to their expectations because of the fact that
BMT.
Actually, most dancers don't end up lazy because of the very rigid and demanding life that they live their entire lives, and how much they have to schedule and how hard they have to work to be able to accomplish training for 10, 12 hours a day plus school. They actually end up being really productive people for the most part, right? So again, your statement in and of itself is flawed. And it's really not taking into account, as I said, people have natural abilities.
I know so many beautiful girls from the past that didn't invest in education early, that were dancers, and they're strippers now.
Wow. I bet you do know a lot of strippers. I believe that wholeheartedly.
We need tiger moms. We need more tiger mom parenting in the Black community. That's what we need. We need
you would be amazed how many tiger moms are in the dance community. I'm talking about Asian tiger moms who are in the dance and gymnastics community, pushing their children to be able to perfect these things that 17-year-olds are doing when they're 5 and 6 years old. So again, please understand that when it comes to tiger moms, they are pushing their kids, whatever it is, whether it's music or dance or gymnastics or whatever it is.
They're pushing them academically as well, so stop these lies.
Exactly. Actually, all dancers have to be pushed academically. All these kids, they can't start failing out of school, even if they're pulled out of school and they have private tutors and whatnot. They actually have to do very well. Otherwise, they have to get put back into school.
These dancers in the Black community. That's what these lies, these disingenuous arguments.
See, you don't actually know at all. I can tell.
Can we have a watch party on Periscope, BMT?
Okay.
Can you? I mean, we're about to go ahead and have a watch party. We all suffer and watch this crap, even though the critics are saying that it includes close-up crotch shots of pouting preteens who are 11 years old. Can we have either volunteers or do a watch party? We watch it and then we have an actual. Because see, deflecting towards dancing and deflecting towards ballerinas and scholarships, I don't think anyone disagrees with that. But it's what Cuties stands for based off of audience feedback and critical response. That is the culture of hypersexualizing the bodies of 11-year-olds. That's what the issue is.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying that dance and gymnastics has been hypersexualizing children, like and cheer has been hypersexualizing children for decades now, and also not just hypersexualizing them as far as on a visual level, but literally putting them into very dangerous, precarious positions where they have a very high rate of being sexually assaulted, molested in some way, normally by their coaches, by the doctors, by someone who's close to the team, and whatever, because of this. So what I'm saying is this is a really big issue. Like, this is a really major issue, and it's a terrifying issue, because even if you were to say, oh, I wouldn't put my kids into that twerking crap, or I'm gonna put my kid into jazz, I'm gonna put my kid into lyrical, I'm gonna put my kid into ballet, like the respectable ones, right? These higher risks and these higher rates of assault and sexualization to the children, it's still there. Actually, it's incredibly high. And so I'm talking about the fact that there is a major problem here. There's a major problem with us sexualizing small children, and we've been doing it for decades, right? And so one way or the other, what needs to change, right? I mean, society is now sitting there and yelling and screaming and saying, oh, this is terrible. Okay, well, let's see if they watch, because they're going to watch that, and they're going to watch the next season of Dance Moms, and they're going to watch the next season of Cheer Camp and whatever, right? They're going to keep watching these things. They're going to keep supporting them. So how outraged are you really?
She is a professional dancer, and she's on the video of WAP, where
that is female empowerment at its finest.
And now, mind you, you girls are dancing, and literally, shout out to one of the people, shout out to Scream. This is just pre-WAP.
No, don't add me in this crap. This ain't no.
Okay, only thing I said, a trailer for the upcoming Netflix movie has sparked fury online for its overly sexualized portrayal of young girls who are dressed in skimpy outfits and seen twerking on camera. The French film Cuties tells the story of an 11-year-old Senegalese Muslim girl named Amy who joined a school dance team. That school can't be doing it during the damn game. I know they ain't doing that during the football game. That's soccer for some people.
They gonna cut that girl head off. Watch.
Man, hey, don't say that, man. Don't say that.
Keep reading where it's classified as NC-17.
Now, I've never seen a ballet that was classified as NC-17.
I'm gonna tell you one thing about Muslims. One thing about Muslims, bro. It's like people can like question the character of some of the shit they do, but you damn sure ain't gonna question their faith. They're not letting them get away with that.
Now, all I'm saying is this.
Get away with it, bro.
All I'm saying is this: upsetting her mother and going against her family's strict religion. Cuties has been classified as an NC-17. I'm listen, man. I don't know how they're selling this movie as kids for. There's no way. So if this is NC-17, this is not for kids. There's no
way. They can't even watch it.
I'm just saying, man. I don't know how this is going to make it, man. But like, there's no way.
Look at the black girls. I keep saying it. Look at the black girls on their knees.
I'm staying up here.
Sexualize the hardest.
I'm staying up here. Y'all ain't gonna say BMT.
Look at but they don't think it's anything wrong. Listen, you can't convince them that water's not wet. I already told y'all what it is. Community's done. Is what it is. They're gonna fight for it. They're gonna carry the torch, and just stay tuned in the next 5 years for that Disney trans princess that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is
the US, I don't want to hear it.
The U.S. strictest movie rating that bans anyone under age 18. So they can't play this at a school. They can't play this at a. Well, I guess they could try to play it at a college.
They can play it in college.
Man, somebody gonna download that movie.
Ain't nobody in no college gonna risk their damn.
Somebody gonna download that movie. It's gonna be everywhere. Let's be real.
They're gonna be watching at the dance schools.
Has received major backlash for hypersexualizing minors, thanks to its incredibly provocative trailer and poster, which showed a group of pre-adolescent girls twerking. All they got to do is go grab Desmond and put him in there, and it'll get passed. If they just put Desmond in there.
Now look at that 11-year-old girl, BMT, on her knees with her hand on.
I have the video.
Her ass arching out. if you cut that out and a guy just posted that on his Facebook page, he would get his page shut down. BMT.
You ain't want to have my.
He would get his page knocked down. But because they're calling it a dance, they're trying to give it a pass. We know what that is. The men on this panel know what that is.
Yeah, BMT's video is going to get shut down as well. Watch.
You try to get me shut down. I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to say whatever. I might have to gonna put this in this video straight to Patreon. Like,
yeah, download it ASAP.
I gotta just download this. This is a Patreon, man. Like, YouTube trying to figure out, is this dance or is this pornography? Like, is this sexual abuse? Like, I'm pretty sure YouTube right now trying to figure out everybody that has so far reviewed the trailer has not shown the trailer because it is that much borderline that literally.
I bet you the people who did it won't do it to their own race. Bet you that.
Listen, I got to get this damn video. I got to like I said, I'm gonna figure out.
Hopefully, you're multi-streaming this to Periscope, where it's kind of safe over there.
I have to get it.
Let's compare and contrast.
But hey,
Facebook. Let me say this. Let's compare and contrast what Ruby said. Ruby said the fat white bitch. She wasn't legendary herself, but her mom was legendary for dancing and everything. So she came from legendary, well-renowned dance profession. Her mother was strong enough that off the strength of her mother, she was able to make the Harvard of dance schools. Now compare that to what the black community got with the porn star teaching they children how to dance. Do you see the difference? Come on, man. Yeah. Oh my fucking God.
Well, you're right then. I mean, I am totally fine with my daughter dancing like a whore because she's being taught by Abby instead of a porn star. No, like, let's be real here.
Okay, I don't care. Side.
Well, that's my point. I don't care who's teaching. I could not care less who's teaching the kids. I could not care less who's judging the kids. My issue is that this is the expectation. If my kid is going to excel at dance, that they got to do this at 9 years old. I have a problem with that inherently because I think that 9-year-olds, fuck all that for a second. Yeah, great. But my point is that me as a parent, my kid is showing a great aptitude for dance. Dance can get you major scholarships to college even before you're finished high school. But I am going to hold my kid back and not allow them to get a college scholarship. You know why? Because at the end of the day, their only option is either lose or do this. And that is where my issue comes into. It's not about the fact that I would let my kid do it. It's about the fact that I should be allowed to push my kid and be that tiger mom because my kid is showing this great aptitude that can get them a free scholarship by the time they're like 14 years old. But I can't push my kid because in order for my kid to win those scholarships, they have to do this. They have to be sexually provocative well before their age. And that is my issue. That is the expectation. That is the judging.
It's stupid if they got to do this to make it in life.
Listen, y'all. Listen.
It's wrong on both sides.
Listen, y'all. Listen. My kids, they do a lot of performances at school, and I try to be there, but also I also make sure that, hey guys, for the summer festival, we want the girls to go out there in little grass skirts and dance a certain type of. Now I understand we did look at the Lilo and Stitch, the Halulu dances, but I also would say, hold up now, y'all weren't trying to do the little grass skirts that we kiki. No, they were trying to do it where they arch their back and shake. And a lot of people just did not want to see their babies for the May Festival shaking it like that. You can perform, but
I mean, let's be real here. Let's be real here, Ruby. Here's one thing that I do know, and that's that the physical stuff doesn't translate into what the mental stuff does. You know what I'm saying? So like if you go to school, yeah, they may get a scholarship, but you know what? They probably won't graduate.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because the thing is, if you're smart enough to be in a school, you're gonna get a scholarship, bro. Let's be real.
Because he's biased. That's why he keeps saying that.
I'm not biased. I just look at everything from a reality standpoint.
Well, you're not literally biased.
I mean, you're not strong enough. You're not strong enough to make your kid smart.
That's like literally the definition of ignorance and bias.
No, I mean, let's keep it real, Ruby. You're not smart enough to make your kid smart.
Am I smart enough? Was I smart enough to teach my sister to be bilingual and to pick up language the way I did? No, I tried really hard too, but it came naturally for me, and for her, she goddamn near failed out of school. She had to drop out of the bilingual program. You know what? Some kids have different aptitudes for different things, and the best thing you can do for your kid is to recognize their aptitudes, push them obviously to be well-rounded, but to push them especially in their talents, so that way they can excel in that area that they naturally have the strengths and the skills in. If it's math, if it's science, if it's something more physical, football, basketball, dance, if it's anything, music, if it's art, I would be pushing my kid to strengthen that, because I know that that is something that they're going to be able to soar in. And yes, I'd be pushing them to be well-rounded in the other areas too. But if a kid shows a special aptitude for something, you push the hell out of that. That's what you're supposed to do as a parent.
No, I leave that alone. I leave that alone because if it's natural, it's probably going to stay there. I worry about the shit that they're not good at.
Great. So then your kid can just be average like everyone else instead of being exceptional in one area.
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay. I'll take that.
Your daughter,
because the world keeps changing.
Would you have
if you're left out the pasture being one day?
If your daughter was going to be in this movie, would you be fine with it?
My daughter wouldn't be in this movie.
That's so amazing. Y'all would never allow me.
I like to invoke my right.
But Ruby, she's gonna get that scholarship.
Again, like I said, and I repeated this, but you're not really hearing me. So I'll continue saying I have an issue, and I've always had an issue with the dance, the gymnastics, these communities, because if my child showed an aptitude in it, I would have to hold them back as a parent, because I know that in order for them to win, they would have to become over-sexualized far too early. And I have a problem.
But Ruby, it's not even about that, because they're going to get the scholarship.
Yeah, but again, it comes down to that for 7-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 11-year-olds should not have to be sexualized in a skill in order for them to win the scholarship. In fact, they shouldn't. The scholarship should not be available for the ones who are sitting there and pushing the kids to be sexualized. It should be available to the ones who are keeping things age appropriate and really focusing on technique and skill.
I agree. So BMT, I gotta ask a Negro: are you going to do a watch party for this? And we critique the movie in real time on September 9th, because I think we're getting away from exactly what this movie is supposed to be or what it may not be. Will you have a watch party and we could all be on the panel while you have it on Periscope? We critique it in real time and we go ahead and put this this debate to rest.
Okay, so what's gonna happen, you guys? Damn it, man! I might have to have somebody sit by me. That's a female, so I don't seem like a child predator or something. But yes, BMT will be watching and doing a live watch party, whereas we'll be watching Cuties, and you can join us for that.
Robbie needs to be on the panel.
Who? Yes, Robbie can be on the panel.
No, she needs to be.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. No. Okay, that is fair. So Robbie
and Classic Ruby
and Classic Ruby. Oh yes.
And J.I.
Nope. J.I. will not be present for that.
Yes.
I request J.I.
foolishness.
When is this happening?
September 9th. Okay. September 9th.
Y'all can have this foolishness.
I request J.I.
I request David Monroe.
Look at that black girl on her knees like that. Oh my God.
So what we're going to do is we're going to watch on September 9th, if Netflix still survives this, that literally we will be watching Cuties, where children that will have your ass set in jail, they came close to your groin, will be spreading their legs, and literally we will be watching this movie. God help us all. There's probably a place in hell for us.
And remember, the white girl is the least sexualized out of this group. The black girls are low and on their knees. The black girls are the lowest. Don't let the imagery, don't let the imagery slide by in this picture.
Good point.
Who is their coach? That's first. I just need to see who the hell is their damn coach. Because I want to know who's their coach that has them doing this and going out there and being streetwalkers and shit. Like, y'all gotta understand. Y'all know there's more and more of these kids showing up, but don't worry, we'll cover that on the Patreon. All I'm saying is we'll be covering this. This movie literally got an NC-17, so literally
BMT. I want you to. Okay, you don't even have to now do anything extra. I've literally just posted. Okay, to you behind the scenes, I posted 4 or 5 different dance moms routines. Right, so these are the routines from the TV show, right, that they showed on the TV show. Remember that these are all children between the ages of 7 and 11, or maybe, well, it depends because they grow up over time. But yeah, I just want you to look at again, and this is why I'm saying this unfortunately is the standard. This is what you have to push towards. And so you can even see it in the lyrical, in the jazz, and the tap from Abby Lee, right? Little Miss Out. Like, I mean, it's sad and pathetic that this is what is expected, and this is how you win. Otherwise, you lose, right? This is not how it's supposed to be. If a 7-year-old sits there and does a cutesy thing with like lollipops and stuff and whatever, the way you're dancing like a baby. You can't win like a baby. You have to dance like you're grown. At 7 and 8 years old, these are things that are being told to these children on these shows, right? So I mean, and you watch it, and so you're getting this information and going, she's 7. She's 8. What do you mean she can't dance like a baby? She's 7. But no, that's baby dancing, right? You have to start dancing, holding your shoulders back and knowing how to move your hips and knowing how to drop your hand down your side lasciviously. And I'm being serious about this shit. Like, this is a problem. This is a major problem.
I'm only watching 2 of y'all videos each, but Robbie done sent me like 20 videos, and I'm gonna watch Ruby's 2 videos.
All we need to see is Cuties with a runtime of 1 hour and 36 minutes. Yeah, all these other videos are going to be different because we'll all agree that those videos that Robbie sent are good or okay. The issue is Cuties and what the critics are saying, in addition to the audience feedback. I could go through it again, but I'm not going to.
No, but you know why it's not a standalone? Hold on.
Listen, y'all.
Hold on, I haven't heard a man yet hear a man yet say this was okay.
To literally go in there with a non-bias. Like, I watch a lot of. Until y'all go see a suburban film, and that is pretty fucked up. That just showed you. I've seen that, but something had to trigger these people to literally do NC-17.
See, that's my point, though. You know what? This is why I want you guys to have some background first, because I want you to see it, realize that I highly doubt that they have done or pushed beyond what's been on TV for the last 15-20 years. And that is the problem. That is the disgusting thing, is that all of a sudden some feminists or whatever decided to make the issue and blah, 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 so people are finally paying attention. But no one has been paying attention to the fact that this has been an ongoing thing. Go back and just watch the gymnastics Olympics of the last however many years. Just go back and watch what it is that the girls are doing on the beam, on the floor. This is gymnastics. This is not even like dance. It's just gymnastics. But watch what they're doing. Watch where the moves are coming from, right? And then you see that and you go, oh, that's kind of, she's wearing like basically a bathing suit and holding her head. And her legs are spread like that, and she's now spinning around in what the hell, right? It doesn't seem right if you actually look at what's happening.
Completely different.
But no one pays attention.
I haven't had any man on here, no man on the panel or in the chat has thought any of this was okay. It's very telling. I told y'all what the problem is going to be and who's going to bring it upon us. Women are gonna bring upon this destruction.
And what woman said it was okay?
They're gonna fight for it.
Wait, which woman said it was okay?
Has to have any type of Robbie in the chat. No man is looking at this and finding reasons to justify it or thinking it's okay. We instantly see it and understand why it's not okay. Nobody has to go on any type of long diatribes. We don't gotta come to any type of vote. We instantly see it and understand why it is not okay.
Right.
It is
here's the problem, though. Do you want it to be fixed?
Hold on.
Do you want it to be fixed?
It is.
Do you want it to be fixed?
It cannot be fixed because it starts with
the parents. That's your problem.
The parents failed those children. There you go.
It can't be fixed. Your problem right there.
The parents failed those children.
That's your problem.
And have sold their children into
exactly. That's your problem.
Sex slavery for a come up. because they were lazy and they wanted to use their children to get out of whatever situation they found themselves in. So they sacrificed their children. So it's not going to be fair. It's the parents' fault. People don't want to put the blame where it belongs. And that's just going to be what it is. It's women. Women are going to push this. I'm telling you, they're going to fight for a tooth and nail.
Okay.
Okay, just like the WAP thing or whatever. You can't convince them otherwise because they have already made up and deceived themselves in their own hearts. Just let them be wicked,
so now and
keep
here's
your
the thing.
family away from it and let them just fall into their own devices.
And so here's the thing, and this is what I'm trying to explain again, which I mean, I don't know.
Ruby,
if y'all are like JI, if y'all are like J, no, you just don't actually hear anything I'm saying. If y'all are like JI and you just don't give a shit, and well, I just want to identify and point out the problem and sit back and watch everything burn. Or if you want to fix the problem, I don't know, maybe you want to hear me. But again, I'm trying to explain why it is that in the same way I said, well, why is everyone mad at WAP now? Right? You guys weren't mad at the last time they did this and the time before and the time before. This isn't actually different. It has always been a problem. Why is anyone noticing now? Why didn't we notice 10 years ago? Okay, great. Let's notice, but recognize it's not a new problem and it's pervasive. It's everywhere. Because until we can actually recognize what the problem is and recognize all angles and aspects of the problem, you're right, we absolutely can't fix it. So sitting there and putting it on only one side, oh, well, it's just the parents. And if the parents didn't want their kids sexualized, then they wouldn't be sexualized and everything would be fine. That's called being silly and short-sighted.
No, that's called these kids are children. They can't drive themselves to a set. They can't drive themselves to this movie theater.
Wow, and then
they
that
can't
would just
get
change
to
stance
it
altogether.
if their parents did not take them to it. See, we want to take away the responsibility from the responsible party and just make it, what is society going to do? Their parents took them there. Okay, their parents signed off on this. Their parents sacrificed.
Do you think
children.
that if you repeat the same point like 6 times, the next time it might change a little, or like, because you're not saying new things, you're just saying the same thing.
You understand? You're not even logical. I don't care what you understand about what I'm saying. Okay. We understand what the issue is. It's not even complicated.
Everyone does. Anyway, okay, BMT, on that note, I'm sorry, I had to just jump in really quickly, but I do gotta go. So thank you for having me.
Yeah,
and let me know about the viewing party.
Okay, I'll definitely touch you. Like I said, it is too close for comfort. We're just looking at the streetwalkers and
she got the blue panties on.
Little girls exploring their femininity. Little girls finding their femininity.
Go back to the blue panties trick.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, I just want to kind of point out, like a Raw B posted some movies on her community tab. None of those movies have anyone who's getting close-up crotch shots of pouting preteens.
Yeah. There's a big difference. Yeah, I don't know how y'all keep overlooking the goddamn preteen.
Yeah, I don't think they want to see it. They don't want to see it. That's what it is.
You can't convince people that water is wet, man. You can't convince. If they don't believe water is wet, there's nothing you can say.
You know what's strange? It's weird that for many people, like, they want to justify the reasons why things are, but they want to complain about it at the same time. It's like, I was on somebody else's panel the other day, and I was talking to him about education, and I told him, I was like, look here, when it comes to school, because they were saying that, well, the schools are failing us. It's like, you know what? The school doesn't owe you anything. You owe the school. You know what I'm saying? It's your duty to go there and absorb and learn and push the teachers to want to be the best, to give you more information. You know what I'm saying? And people just don't get it. They want to say, well, the schools are messed up, the schools are failing. Well, what is it that you know that the schools don't know? Because if you know what the schools don't know, then you should be able to correct that on your own. It's just, I don't know, man. I just don't get it, man. Because people want to justify that shit, and then people want to say, oh, well, you're biased against women, this and that, because at the same time, the females are the ones that are complaining about being the single parents. So if you know every fucking thing, you need to fix it. I don't know, man. I don't.
Hey, are you the guy that said you don't hire a bitch if she's too pretty?
For us men, but I'm about to wrap it up.
I don't see why they had a problem with that.
Yeah, because the thing is, they don't understand the type of motherfuckers that I come through. Now, let one of their daughters be working in here. One of them pretty like 25, 30-year-old girls be walking up here, and one of them slick niggas. I'm telling you, I deal with a lot of motherfuckers, a lot of people, a lot of slick people. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all it takes is that one dude to push the right buttons. Hey, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I want you to get your opinion on this music. You know, slide out here to my car. You get out, this motherfucker might have a fucking Phantom, might have a fucking Bugatti. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has some kryptonite. Let's be real. There's always somebody to break you down. But along this subject matter, man. No, I don't have an issue with sex. What I'm saying is that I tell you what, Robbie, you want to justify why people do this shit. Well, you know what? You sacrifice your child for it because we don't see it that way. I'm responding to Robbie in the chat. You know what I mean? And that's the thing is, so when we point it out, you want to tell us we're no. So you know what? We're just gonna shut the fuck up and you run the show.
Like I said, this is also a video. I did it. I think Tommy did it. Different guys. We pulled it out. This is a 10-year-old girl. I guess she's expressing her sexuality. You know, some stuff. and literally.
Don't do it, BMT. Don't do it, BMT. Don't do it.
Those booty shorts, a bag full of weave. Man, they are stealing these children's childhoods and innocence.
Don't do it.
And that's what I'm saying, man, is that like all this superficial shit is putting so much pressure on these kids to where like
they can't even be kids.
They can never live it down. I mean, like, why does your kid have to wear a fucking weave? Where did that shit even come from, bro?
Insecurity.
I know. I left the United States and I came back and all these girls that was bald headed or short hair had long ass hair. I was like, God damn, okay, that's been there all the time. I didn't even know what a fucking weave was. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how the fuck you gonna wear a weave? If you wear a weave, you can't even learn how to fucking swim. What kind of shit is that? Motherfucker, man, this shit's going crazy, man.
All I'm saying, this is a 10-year-old black girl. Right
Raw B getting her Tommy Lauren on in the chat. She said men are toxic.
Raw B, get out that.
She said men are toxic.
Like I said, 10-year-old girl. I'm gonna do a chat. Like I said, God forbid we see any of these.
Hey, Rob B, I didn't say your kids wear weave, but the average do.
All I'm saying, God forbid we see any more black babies out there riding in these damn cars as streetwalkers and stuff. Lord have mercy.
No, they're going to dance practice.
Hey, this is why men don't. We just stay out to the sidelines. We just let it happen. Because when we say that it's not, she said men are toxic. When we give the preventative measures and let you know what's not okay, men are toxic. That's what she on the Tommy Lauren train. Men are toxic. That's cool. Let them do whatever they want. And I'm not talking about just her specifically, but women in general. That's the attitude that women have. That's why we see this stuff falling further and further into chaos and disarray. And then they're like, what's wrong? You tell them what's wrong and they don't want to accept it.
Not my motherfucking household.
Right. Exactly.
Not on my watch.
It is what it is. That 70% out of wedlock birth rate in the black community in about 10 years is probably going to be about 85% because it's not getting any better.
Not on my watch. You want to go dance? You know what? Read the Bible to me backwards. Then if you do that, then you can go dance.
we thank everyone for coming through. All the men and the women. This is very interesting how the fathers and the men felt about it versus how a lot of the women felt about it. I was not making this about a gender thing, but it just got very interesting how a lot of them thought that we were not feeling.
Yeah, it did. There's a change.org petition. You can sign it to stop the upcoming movie Cuties. It started by Christopher Ashcroft. I can't put the link in the chat because it's very long, but if you want to sign it, cool. If you're like, nah, let the community get the dancers, then I guess be for it.
Hey, Raw B said read the whole thing. She said men are toxic. You only think with your dick. So that's the whole thing. I read the whole thing because I guess you thought so.
If that's the case, with that reason, what are you thinking when you're thinking about your child? You're thinking less. I mean, at least we're relegated to just a sexual desire if you think that way, but you're justifying fucking your kid up.
I think one of the things about it is this. Because right now we're looking at it as, listen, man, I've seen City of God and different other, like, even the Saw movies aren't NC-17. So this must be on some shit to outdo Saw and all them horror movies. Them horror movies these days are only PG-13. They might get R rating these days. But this is NC-17. You can't go no higher than that. I mean,
you can go rated X.
I mean, rated X, but I mean, you already understand that. Hell, rated
X is only porn. X is only for porn, though.
Exactly. So it's right there next to it.
Yeah. Yep. So you had to do something to get up there. You're not ultra. You're not at God key level for Goku, but you're at the red form. Like you're there. You're there. You did something to get there.
Right Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
You're Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, but you're not Super Saiyan God. You're just there. And you're definitely not Ultra Instinct. God forbid, we're just not going to be ready to see that once we get there, I know it's time for me and my kids and my wife to go get that arsenic pill and go out.
Hey, if it gets bad enough, man.
I'll go it out my own terms. I'm going out on my own terms, like I said. But and that's just playing. Wink, wink. Just saying. Look, y'all are too far where them little girls, and I ain't sexualize them. They are that. I'm sorry. I lived up north and all around the world. A lot of us can tell you, we've seen streetwalkers walk these streets. The little girls. No father in his right mind would have his little girl out there like that. We would have been done, chopped her in her leg and dragged her in that car. But with the way the world is going, shit. All right, goddamn. So we'll see you guys later.
All right, peace, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, y'all. Take care, man.
Hey, see y'all later.
See you guys later. Peace. Thank y'all for your donations. Thank y'all for everything. I'm BMT.